Oh yeah.
Like
I
he
hope
just
you.
got in a good way. Like, 'cause he does the same thing. Like when on the weekends, because like he's like a truck
Hi, how
driver.
are you?
I'm good. Can I get your age, Alex?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Alex?
Hi, Alexander. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué será el nombre?
What's that?
Ya, no español, no español, un poquito.
No, no, no
Yeah,
habla español, bud.
yeah. There seems to be a language barrier. Yeah. I No offense. I just out of sync for everybody. Let's just not. Like that just seems like I feel bad, but yeah. Oh well.
Well, if we can't, yeah, it's an honest question. We don't.
Bobby,
Or
can I
I
get your
don't.
age?
Yeah, man.
That's up. What's up, Bobby?
How you doing?
Good, good.
What you gotta say
What do you
about
got
the
to say
live
about the
topic,
prompt?
Bobby?
What do I what?
What do you gotta say about the topic, Bobby?
Sorry, just give me a minute here. Not in the house.
All right, I feel it. I feel it. Take these damn headphones out.
By the way, if you hear it trickling in the background, I'm not pissing. I have a fish tank.
That's funny. I just went onto someone's live and pissed. Troll.
Fucking weak.
I literally just got off of a live pissing.
That's fucking gross. Anyways,
What do you got to say about the topic, brother?
Uh, shit. I don't know.
Why'd you come up
I don't know.
there?
all right. Have a good day. No! Don't come up on the panel if you don't got shit to say. Damn! Like, what the fuck?
Where were we up to last?
Like, what the fuck?
Where were we up to last night?
Huh?
What were you up to last night? You weren't around.
What do you mean?
Where was it last night? You weren't around.
Oh, fucking know. I'm always around.
I thought I missed you last night for some reason.
I was probably asleep while live, or like in the cusp, in like the realm of sleep and non-sleep.
Hmm.
I'm like live all the fucking time. Well, I'm not gonna be after next week because I start that new job.
What are your hours? Again, I know you
Uh,
told me. I forget though.
that's all good. It's 6:30. It's 6 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. 40 hours a week.
Man, I'm gonna miss your live, man.
It's only gonna be Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You're still gonna have Mondays, Tuesdays, and
Okay.
Wednesdays.
All right. All right.
Shit. It'll be all right, Walter. Oh, we got a guest. Big Z. Get that motherfucker in here. What's good, Big Z? Can I get your age for TikTok?
If we're all apes, right? Why is there still apes? Why did they not evolve?
Because we share a common ancestor with them, Big Z. We didn't evolve from modern chimps or modern apes.
What did we evolve from?
We share a common ancestor with them, Big Z.
Well, we actually are still apes. We're a species of great ape.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we didn't evolve from modern apes that exist today. We just share a common ancestor with chimps and bonobos.
Yeah, but Homo
So
sapiens
why
are.
do you think that why do you think that we evolved? And
What?
why do you think that we evolved?
Because of niche partitioning.
Because what?
Specifically because of our environment, which is niche partitioning.
So what are we gonna evolve to?
We don't know. It depends on a lot of different factors.
And how long did this take to get to a human?
From what?
From an ape.
Well, we are apes. So you're saying like right now, we are every Homo sapien on the planet is an ape. So ape isn't a species,
No,
right?
no, no. You don't understand, bro. You're an ape. I'm a human.
No, well, yeah, Homo sapiens, which is what we
Whoa, whoa.
is a
I'm
great
not
ape
a homo,
species.
bro.
No, Homo sapiens. You just don't understand the
Brother,
terminology.
brother, I want to have a respectful conversation, but if you're gonna keep calling me a homo, that's gonna piss me off.
Well, it just means man in Latin. That's all
Okay,
Homo
all right,
means.
then call me a man. Don't call me a homo.
We're talking about evolutionary theory. It doesn't sound like you have
Matter
a
of fact, I
maturity
don't even
level.
want to talk to you. Can I talk to the host?
Oh, okay, Muffin. You hurt your feelings, did you?
I'm not a muffin. You're a cupcake.
Okay. You're so tender.
I'm not tender. I'm hard.
You're tender.
Pause. I'm not hard anymore. I'm soft now.
Good. How's
Matter
it
of fact,
feel? How's it feel to get hard then soft from a Canadian?
he's Canadian?
He's fucking Canadian. Canadian Unc just did you dirty.
Okay, I take that shit back then.
You better. You know what?
All right. We're back in the game.
Hell no. You on the floor, little bastard.
Mm.
He wasn't even taking the shit seriously, anyways.
No, he wasn't.
I'm really trying to have some opposition on this shit, man.
We got people coming in.
Yeah, well, what was it yesterday? Yesterday's live was really, really good. Like I had like 48 people in here.
Nice, man. You know, I know you like to talk about Florensis a lot, but I was looking them up yesterday. I didn't know that the average size was 25 kilograms. Those were some small ass people, man.
Yes, they were hobbits. They were literally hobbits. Like
Super tiny.
Like when the other day when they were talking about how like that one guy fucking Alex was basically Alexander is his name. He's trying to say that hobbits and shit are real, and everybody was saying they weren't, and I'm like, well, they kind of were. You know, they were. Like they literally fucking were. Like that's where I think that like the legends, okay, so like I forget what it's called, but there's a legend of like these little troll people, right? Because Homo sapiens, they live there too, right? There's native Homo sapien people that live there today, and the ancient people had a legend of these little fucking like gremlin looking guys, and they think that it was just like oral, like basically
Sure.
it's
Makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking articulate it better, but
Sorry.
it's
Oral history. You're saying oral history, brother.
yeah. It's basically just them talking about seeing these little dudes at one point.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what
that's a really interesting Homo species, Florensis, and how they became or how they, adapted to their environment to become so small.
did you?
Or just
Sorry, go ahead.
no, just that just like this the smaller ones survived and were they able to then procreate, but and the elephants as well, like on that island.
And not to mention they had to fight giant komodos and big ass storks and rats and shit.
Like
There's
tiny
even
people.
cooler stuff in the water. And that's what I love. Like, the things that I have enjoyed the most have been
What
the
the fuck?
animals and creatures in the water.
What the fuck
Weird.
was that, bro?
She showed up before.
Why did
Ugh.
you do that?
I don't know.
Bro, people be watch too much anime, bro. What the fuck?
That's her real voice. Like
She
that.
doesn't have
It's hard
she
to
doesn't have
believe.
anything. It's just weird. What's up, Chandler?
What's up, dude? I'm doing good, bro.
Me too.
What you got to say about the topic, Chandler?
I believe every single thing, bro. Like for me, like I'm a Christian. I believe that through evolution, God created the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I hated these stereotypes that all Christians are creationists. You know, brother. Like,
Yeah, no, the statistics don't support that. So we don't contend with that.
yeah,
We don't make that statement here.
yeah. I love evolution. I fucking love dinosaurs, bro. Like like you can't contempt with evolution. Evolution can never change, bro.
I mean, yes, it will.
Like
100% will.
well, no, I mean by abides of abides of like it's like you cannot shake it. It's proof.
I get that, but my point is that like I yeah, I get what you're saying, but like our understanding of evolution like will always Jesus. Our understanding of evolution won't always be the same, right? So like Darwinism versus like the uh what is it? Our understanding of evolution now is very different. So like oh my god. Darwinism only accounted for, like natural selection and I believe speciation. Um yeah, and my bad. There's just a lot of fucking distractions going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro, you good? You good?
Yeah, it's fucking wild shit. Um yeah, now evolution just accounts for like a lot of other things. So like for example, like sexual pressures, um what is it? Random mutations, uh natural selection is a part of it. Trying to fucking think what else. It's just a lot of different things. I just can't fucking think because my brain's all scatterbrained at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Charles Darwin only got a piece of the puzzle right.
Yeah.
But like in like 50 years, like our understanding of evolution could change. Like we could just that now it's more shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Oh, it's more shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Well, our understanding is changing a little bit through the advancement of our DNA and mapping out genomes today. Food Pup, what were you saying? How old are you, Food Pup, for TikTok purposes?
I'm 29. I sound like Betty Boop, Jennifer Tilly, maybe Michelle A. It's not my fault. 3 minutes
Yeah,
of bad
no,
smacks. Not my fault. Not my fault.
okay, yeah,
I'm just here
no,
to
yeah.
contribute. It's at my daily heart me. I'm not being rude or disrespectful.
No,
to the top.
she's 100% telling the truth. I've spoke to her before.
Yeah, no,
she's an adult.
yeah, I don't.
Like I said something because like when I first encountered her, I thought she was doing a voice, and I was like, I just kind of thought it was funny. I'm like, are you doing a voice? And she got mad, and I was just like, oh well, shit, my bad.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no, she's an
Well, I
adult.
don't get mad all the time. Like sometimes I'm fine, and then other times it's like I worked all week, and I just felt like I'm hot, I'm sweaty. I came up here to let my hair down, just listen to people, maybe learn something, and I always get the same thing. Is that your real voice? And they always change their voice. Is that your real voice? Or the rude comments. It's just unnecessary. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I think it's just a
Not
concern
funny.
about the. I think it's just a concern about the age.
Yeah.
The
Well, they have my
18
credit
thing.
card, my passport, my ID. They have everything.
Sure.
TikTok isn't worried.
Okay, yeah, no,
No,
fair enough.
TikTok definitely cares. Like I don't worry.
They're
I
not worried
believe
about
you.
me. They have all of my information. I've had to validate myself so many times. I've had to appeal so many times.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
and
I was
don't
gonna
forget
say.
Was this
about
just like
the
a thing you were born
typers.
with?
Yes, my parents had 3 minutes of bad smacks and they created Food Pups and Trucks. Hello. And they sound like this. Hello.
How'd you know
Like
it
I
was free?
said, think Jennifer Tilly, Bride of Chucky, or Michelle A, or anybody speaky, or think Barry White. People have different voices. You're
Sure.
born that way. You don't ask for it. It certainly
That's
isn't
true.
fun to have to explain yourself every day.
Yeah, no doubt. So what do you got to
And
say
now I
about the
feel
prompt?
bad.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
What do you
I
got to say about the
appreciate you
prompt,
being
Food?
kind. Well, Snap TV, I want to say thank you for your channel. It's super cool. And evolution is a fact. Yes. All humans are apes. No. Okay, hold on. There has never been a single piece of evidence that disproves evolution.
Do you want to just
Sure.
contend? Do you want to contend with why humans are apes?
Do you want me to do one thing at a time? Is that better?
Yeah, because then we can have a conversation about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I like it. So, evolution is a fact. I would say yes. So, if you look at, I'll give you an example. Some humans.
No, we're going to agree. We're going to agree with that. I'm more interested in having a conversation as to why you think humans aren't apes.
Well, they're not apes. because they are related doesn't mean you are one. It's kind of like saying I'm a unicorn because I ride horses. Like, no,
No,
it's not
it's
the
not.
same.
It's not like that.
Well,
So
hold on.
within evolution, right? Like it's called cladistic taxonomy. So we're part of the ape group, like Homo sapiens or the Homo, right?
The
Genus,
whole
and
genus.
yeah,
Okay, so pardon me 1 second. For the little boy that was having an issue with the word homo, it has nothing to do with your sexual
yeah,
proclivities.
we
So
know
just
that.
get that out of your head.
Yeah, we know that
We
he's
know
In
that.
gone.
case he's
So we
still
don't.
sticking around.
No, yeah. But I'm more interested in talking with you as to why you think like Homo sapiens like are a species of great ape.
Because Neanderthals and Homo
No,
sapiens are
no.
not the same genus.
Well, but yeah,
So,
They are.
but Homo sapiens, right? So Neanderthal and Homo sapiens had a common ancestor that was also an ape. So an ape is often confused with a species
mm,
versus a genus. Yeah, they
so
did.
that's why I like that you said that. So I would like to present my what I understand, and I've actually done my best to get as much knowledge as possible. So I'm not a dumb dummy and an idiot, just speaking out of both sides of my booty hole. I just want to say that my understanding is there is definitely a mixture, and there's been a blending. But to say that all humans are apes, I think would be a disservice.
It's not
So,
though. No evolutionary biologist would state anything different.
well, I
Wouldn't
also
say
Well,
really
different.
if you
think that.
but
Okay,
food.
hold
Hang on a
on
sec.
one
Food. No, no,
second.
no, no. Hang on a sec.
Sure, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So no evolutionary biologist would state anything contrary to humans are a great ape species. So it's not whether or not you. So it's just what the science states. So it's either you understand that we are or you don't understand, and we can unpack that. But to state that we aren't means that you don't understand cladistic taxonomy.
So, what you're describing is you're posing a question while answering it. So, either you want to have an answer, you seek understanding, or you've concluded that you have all the answers. So, I
No,
want you to ask yourself that because I can only speak to a person about subjects that they are not clear and pose like you are not open to anything else.
you're breaking up, food. We can't hear you.
Your hammer
But
on
You're
I am.
breaking
the
up.
But
it's
this is
okay.
just this is
Samsung overheating. No
you're
worries.
breaking up. But like this is just basic cladistic taxonomy. So there's many aspects of evolution that I'm not perfectly clear on. But this is the basics. This is the fundamental basic cladistic taxonomy. So there isn't a debate among the scientific community of whether or not great apes include Homo sapiens. Yeah, check that out. That's a good thing to check out.
We're just a highly derived genus of apes. Like, we're not the same thing as chimps and bonobos. We're just a type of ape that evolved to live in the savannas and open areas and not in trees. Like, we just evolved to walk and run and
You
sweat by
know,
extension.
yeah. But we did involve bipedalism prior to the savanna.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm talking about full bipedalism because Cartman actually, he clarified this. I believe you were here. So I learned prior to Cartman that bipedalism actually did occur before the savannah, right?
Yes.
But
So,
it would have.
just quickly, my phone is overheating.
Okay, food. Well,
I think aliens exist, and I think that we are. Some of us are intermixed. We're hybrids.
there's nothing in the human genome that supports that. It's a nice thought. It's interesting to think about, but the science
Prove
doesn't
me
back that
wrong.
contention.
Prove
Doesn't
me
back that
wrong.
contention.
Prove me wrong. Give me
Well,
meat in your
if you
sandwich that supports that we are not alien hybrids. They're not some of us here.
What?
well, because
Prove it.
what I'm trying my best to articulate, food, is just what what the biology demonstrates or doesn't. And I'm not an evolutionary biologist. I don't pretend to be. But from what I know, speaking of very learned individuals that dedicate their entire professional life to this topic, is that there's no evidence to support that. So that is I understand that falls short of proving it to you,
Lack
but
of
having
evidence. The lack of evidence is sometimes enough to disprove what you're trying to support.
no, that's a fallacious claim. You're saying that anything
No,
then could
that's not true.
within
You're saying that you have
within
people
science.
that do study this, and they're saying that
Yeah.
you can't disprove it. So that means there's enough evidence to make them question.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're misrepresenting what I said. So, do you understand that Homo sapiens are a species of great ape because of our brain size, our Y5 molar pattern, our skeletal structure, et cetera, et cetera? Like it's just a way of grouping animals that has share common characteristics and common ancestry.
I
It's not an
don't
ab.
want I
It's
don't
not.
want you to hurt yourself by thinking outside the box, but I'm going to invite you to do that.
Well, that's
So,
very condescending. That's very
so what
condescending.
I want
Food.
you to do is to
No.
be very delicate with your whole idea of what you consider important and say there might be another conclusion or there might be another. I can explore another hypothesis. I might be able to. I might consider something else.
Right, but
You are
food.
so. You are very. You
You
keep
can't.
saying that you're certain, and I don't.
Food, you came up here with the premise that you wanted to learn something, but yet you won't contend with what the science demonstrates.
Science does not demonstrate that you're right and I'm wrong.
It does. Oh, it
Demonstrates that
certainly does.
You can't substantiate that I'm wrong. That's all that you're saying.
There's no evidence in the human genome that we have any other species other than other
Well, there
human
are
species.
plenty. There are plenty.
No, there
Well,
isn't.
then other than and that. Well,
Look at an octopus.
An
there's
octopus
plenty.
has nothing to do with humans,
We
though.
have.
I mean, if we
graphs
look
that
at if we
octopuses
look at the
like,
if we look at the planet and we look at animals and we look at the things that we do, we evolve, blah blah blah. If you believe in evolution, I don't know. Like, let's just be simple. If you're gonna speak to a little kiddo and say, you know, A and B makes C, or 1 and 2 equals 3, you have to include algebra and say, oh, there are always exceptions. There
Right.
can be
But
other
the
things,
food.
variables.
Hang on. This is a discussion about like evolutionary biology as we understand and are best able to articulate it. You're having conversations outside of that. You profess to make a
Not
claim
at all.
that you be interested in actually learning something, yet
I am.
you refuse to engage with the science or cladistic
Give
taxonomy.
me something that's based on, like, I need like something to hang on to. Meat on your sandwich, boots on the ground. Give me something besides just your opinion or your feelings. Like,
Sure.
sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I
Okay.
don't. Like, that's a
So
candy bar. That's not like something I'm gonna base my life upon.
yeah. Good.
Okay,
Okay.
so I have a question. What you say that this is a hypothesis? What are the falsifying conditions of the hypothesis? What should we expect to see when we look in the world as distinct from the modern synthesis?
So you should look at oddities, things considered as oddities. I would say things like people that can hold their breath longer, or people that have multiple DNA, or people that
What do you mean
have
by multiple DNA?
I like people that are born that absorb their twin, or that have multiple DNA.
Okay,
Like
so
those are
that all
real
those things are
conditions that are
accounted
medical.
for. Hold up, all of those things
Not
that you
really.
listed are accounted for.
Absorbing a twin in
in-
utero is not
yes.
accounted
Food.
for.
Hey,
Yes,
food,
it is.
food,
It's
food.
called a chimera.
It's not true.
Yes,
I literally know somebody
Not
that
all
understood and it's
people,
described
not all things
formally.
that absorb are chimera.
Absorbed
First of all, a chimera would
twins
be
are called
singular. You can be
chimeras.
singularly born
Hang
that
on a sec.
way,
Hang on a sec.
or
Food.
you can be
Food. Food. Hey,
twins and
food.
you absorb their
Food.
energy.
We're interested in having a discussion with you, but we're going to give Electric space to talk and then you space to respond. Okay. So we're just going to have a respectful dialogue.
Definitely.
Okay. So thank you for that.
And I'm only asking questions that I know
I
you
know.
guys can answer
So,
right away.
okay. So yeah, I'm going to ask you, please don't over talk Electric. He's trying to engage in the topic and your understanding with you. So just if you could try not to over talk him, I understand that it's an interesting conversation, but please give him the space to talk. and then you can respond that when he's finished. Okay, thanks, Food.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Okay, so my point is that all of the predictions that you're making are equally explained by the less, like, it's a more parsimonious explanation to just refer to conventional biology for every single one of the instances that you said were oddities. What's distinct? What's different?
Go ahead, Food. Do you know how to unmute yourself, Food?
Yeah, I do. Pardon me.
Okay.
I have like a bunch of like weirdos, not weirdos. My parrots are jumping around. My doggies, my big boys. Sorry. No. So I always hate this Well, I don't hate it. I love this conversation because when it comes up, I get to share information about. About the difference between a hermaphrodite and a chimera and a twin
That's not the accepted.
a twin
That's not the accepted. So the H word is not an accepted term anymore. It's intersex.
Which okay, intersmax, totally. So, pardon my French, or my bad words, my bad TikTok words. I'm gonna send some fruit because I want to be respectful.
Also, and I would just like to clarify that as far as like the word that you just said, that being used for people is wrong because hermaphrodism would imply that you could impregnate yourself, and individuals who fall under that category or who were labeled
Well, it
with
does
such.
happen. It's super, super, super rare.
No, you can't impregnate yourself.
Parthenogenesis
Well,
doesn't occur.
yeah.
Like,
well,
basically
so,
what
if you just let me finish really quickly, I can help you understand why I said that.
Okay.
So, I am a twin. In utero, there were 2 people, and when I came out, there's only 1. I ate my twin, absorbed my twin in utero, which means I came out with, guess what? All the yummy stuff, all the good stuff. And thankfully, I had really awesome doctors, and my parents were really cool. Well, not really cool. They really didn't know what to do, but I am both genders. I'm also still a twin. So you can't pull the DNA out of me, and I'm proud of who I am. I definitely can procreate, as well as my entire life. I've dealt with a lot of miseducated idiots that treated me with a lot of disrespect, and even family members that don't understand. So they may call me a boy, or call me a he, she, or say bad words. And it's not appropriate, but it is the way kids are. But you would expect more from adults. Unfortunately, adults are not much better than kids.
Well,
So I can say intersmex, and I can say I am that word because it is me. And so you can ask me what I want to be called. And there are over 20 different ways you can be intersmex. So it doesn't mean you have, a penis hanging out your forehead, or, it's not like that. There's a lot of different things that happen. So educate yourself before you just start casting stones out of a glass house. Because you don't know what's going on in somebody's
I'm not.
body. And that's between their doctor
I'm sorry.
and the parents.
I'm sorry if you took it that way, but I'm not. I actually have somebody. I have a friend who is intersex and who knows a lot about this topic. So I'm not just speaking out of my ass. I never said that.
I wasn't actually speaking to you, honestly. I was actually speaking to the person I was trying to make fun of it, but it's
Well, I don't
okay.
think anybody here was, but like food, do you understand that doesn't make you a different species? You're still,
I'm not
but
the
you, but
authority
like
on all
you were
things
like
that.
you're still part of the Homo sapiens species. Do you accept that or no? I'm just trying to get the foundation for the discussion.
Certain doctrines have said are appropriate for what a human is. For a lot of the the a lot of
But
history,
I'm going to make you
different.
contend with that. Do you accept that you're part of the Homo sapien species or not? Yes or no? It's not a gray area. Are you,
I was taught that there's something wrong and different about me. That I'm subhuman,
well,
different, extra. I don't
we're not
know.
making that
So
contention. And I'm sorry for the trials and tribulations that you went through. But,
yeah, I'm not making it ooey gooey
right.
personal. It's not
But
like
I'm just
that. I'm
asking
just
part of the Homo sapien species. Do you accept that or no? You don't.
no,
And, and, and,
no.
okay. So you don't believe in evolution then?
I believe there's more than that.
Okay. So, like, and prior to,
I can walk and chew gum at the same
yeah,
time.
but there were like, so the evolutionary biologists, right, and those that do this for a living would certainly make this statement. Are you saying that you're more knowledgeable than them and they're just missing something?
I'm simply stating that it is in my best interest and people like myself to be as invisible as possible. You don't want to draw attention to yourself.
But
The
yeah,
fact that the doctors and scientists would like to pick people like me apart. And for
but
what reason?
but that's not the
What's going to be the
but
solve?
go ahead, Electric.
Which organs do you have that have an XY chromosome?
I have them all. In fact, my blood type is different depending on. I was in a horrible car accident and they took my blood type. It was different from my last blood type. So it was my doctors were like, it has to be stress induced. Like, yeah. So I'm an A negative and an AB. Now my papa's an O, my mother's an B. So how can I be an A negative? So something's different, but I'm a fraternal twin. So they're saying there are two different eggs fertilized at the same around the same time. They were weak or sick, and I absorbed them because they were weak. So I still have them in like my DNA in my little human shell. There's two DNAs. It's like that would be more chimera, what he's trying to say. But I'm not chimera. I'm a whole human, and I just have certain things like the way that I speak. I was born premature. So I think it's not that I have a weird voice, it was just I was born like really early. So my throat didn't develop, like all that stuff.
I don't think you
Versus
understand what
saying,
chimera
oh,
is.
no, I know exactly what it is. I have two things existing inside of one shell. I know exactly what you're saying. That's why I have two different blood types.
Could you describe what a chimera is?
Oh, for the
I just
sakes.
did
I'm being
my
mean.
twin in utero, and so now both of us are inside of one human. However, I have a brain, I'm in charge, but there are certain things that will happen. Like, I'm not allergic
I
to
know where the
certain
cones
things,
are.
but my sibling is. My twin is allergic to certain stuff. So, like, when like I was in a bad car accident, all of a sudden I became allergic to raisins. I was never allergic to raisins. Now I am. So how do you explain that? Like, it's not because a car hit my face. It's, like, why did my blood type change? And then it changed back. I've never been pregnant, but they said if you were ever get pregnant, there's a chance that you might have different genetics. Like it's just weird. It's medicine. It's science. I can't describe it. It's just who I am. I'm a twin that doesn't have a twin because my twin is in me.
No,
I ate him. No, no, no,
we
no,
are
no.
no with food with respect. We understand the point that you're making, right? But
So
you are
there's no way
still
for me to rip
you're
him out of me at this
yeah,
point. It's too
food.
late.
We understand.
So I had testicles, and they
Okay,
removed my
okay,
testicles.
food. Yes, we understand. But you are still part of the species of Homo sapien.
But how would that be? Because you're saying that humans are only X or Y. No, they're X, Y, or
But for you to be a different species, right? I don't think you
that
understand
would
what a
be your
species
genetics.
is, right? So
Like the difference between a Neanderthal and a Homo sapien. That's what I'm talking about. They're different species.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the difference between a Neanderthal and a Homo sapien is that they are different species, but sometimes, right, if you're close enough,
Yes.
like like Neanderthal and Homo sapiens could interbreed, right? Because we were close enough that our DNA was close enough so that we could produce viable offspring. So pretty much everybody on the planet right now has a certain percentage of Neanderthal DNA in them, just like we interbred with
Yes, but
Denisovans.
if I
Uh,
wanted to have sex with my Great Dane, I can't procreate. It would take a lot of
that's right.
science to
That's
make
right.
that work. We're different
Well, I don't.
species. We can't
That
produce.
right. That's
Procreate.
right.
Thank you. I'm
That's.
not a dumb dummy. Even a broken clock is
I
right
I
twice a day.
I
Jeepers.
don't. I don't think you're a dummy, Food. And you said you wanted to learn what we had to offer. I'm just trying to articulate what we have to offer regarding the evolutionary theory, right? And the facts that are within the evolutionary theory.
You're just simply not about the way that my traditions work.
But Food, you're bringing it
No, no,
back to
no.
your
Let me finish,
no, you're
please.
no
My
because
traditions
you
work
keep
very differently.
but Food, you keep bringing it back to a personal context, right? It's not about you, right? It's about a species, an
No, it's
entire
about, no,
species.
exactly. But you can't make it about me. It's not
You're
about
making it
my
about
3
you.
minutes of bad sex. No, you're making the point that I'm absolutely not like a dumb dummy. What you're saying
I'm
is
not.
correct, and I'm also
You're
correct.
okay.
I agree with you.
you're are you
You
okay,
want
so are
me to
you
be a
part
human, but I do
food
believe in aliens. If you don't believe in
sure.
aliens, that's up to you.
Are you part of the Homo sapien species? Have we got that far yet? Are you part of the Homo
I think
sapien species?
I am a part of it. I am not 100%. I don't believe that. I think I have to be a mutt. I have to be a mixture.
Well,
And that's okay with me. It's okay if it's
well,
not alright with other people.
well, we are all mixtures of other Homo species because we've interbred with other Homo species, right? Like I just
That's all
mentioned,
I'm saying.
Neanderthal. Okay,
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Now you're speaking my language. I'm a mixture
okay. We
of
all are.
all the best things in a whole wide universe.
All right.
Pardon my friends, they're riding their bikes and food pups and trucks for a reason. There's always gonna be a bike or a truck around, and a big doggy.
Hmm. So do you also under
Hell
so
yeah.
we Homo sapiens are species of great ape, and all apes are actually monkeys. Can you contend with that?
I want you to just okay, let me help you understand what I'm trying to like put down. I want you to pick it up, okay? Are you ready? So before okay, let's follow your train of thought. Let's go before that. There were single cell creatures in the ocean that are just happy. Plankton, la la la, happy, absorbing sunlight and all the salt water. And then we evolve into other creatures. And then we go on the land. And now you have your monkeys and apes and humans. But you're still from the ocean, you're still from the air, you're still the elements. Just don't want to be right so much you forget where you come from. You're still just a single cell organism. You're just an atom. You're just bumping next to another ad and making nice, fun stuff. We're all just bumping uglies all day and all night. So don't
Dude,
be so
you're
nasty
making
about it.
I'm not being nasty. I'm not really often accused of being nasty because it's just not my nature. So I'd
It's
appreciate you
okay.
not I'd appreciate you not
I want
disparaging my
you to know that
personality.
I
Hey,
love the
hey,
way
hey,
Right.
hey,
you're
hey,
saying
fool!
it.
So
I just want you
Don't
to
mess
go
with the aunt here.
before that.
so
Go
so like
before
we
that.
act food, food, for the love of God.
Yes, my
So
love.
so we are actually a type of eukaryote, right? Which is
See? Of course.
so as far as like the single cell, no. So we trace our ancestry all the way back to eukaryotes.
I said Adams. Before cells, I said
Yeah,
Adams. Come on,
but
follow
that
me.
but
Pick up, little tomato. Catch up.
okay. So you're being condescending.
I'm
You're
not.
being
I
you
love
are.
you.
Okay, you just called
You
me a
are
little
being
tomato.
condescending.
Not
No,
at
you
all.
are a little tomato,
Kind of being
and I want us
disrespectful,
all to
food.
catch up.
Yeah. So we are eukaryotes, right? So that's where we trace our common ancestry back to as far as, human
You're an
ancestry.
atom.
No, we're not. We're composed of atoms,
You're a
but
bunch of
as
atoms.
as far as our life form that we trace our ancestry back to, the
Mm-hmm.
domain of life
I'm
is
gonna bite you on your ankle just so you can stop feeling like I'm being combative. I agree with you.
okay. Um,
I agree with you.
I don't know where to go
What
from here.
kind of atom?
Someone else go ahead.
What kind of atom?
Well, I have one named Jerry, and I have one named Jane. You want to talk to
How
him?
many protons do they have?
Are you gonna be professional, bro?
No, he's being a jackwagon. I was just gonna indulge him with the silliness. It's cute. I love it.
Hey, water.
I want
Water. he's
everybody
being
here
respectful,
to
bro.
just be respectful of Snap TV. This channel is here for everyone. This is a global channel, and everyone here is worthy as long as you're respectful of the prompts. And don't be a jackwagon. Be
Were you
kind.
gonna answer the question?
Sure, ask again.
How many protons do they have?
What does that have to do with the prompt, sweet sweetie? Are you here to try and say something that you want to? Do you want to share about how many protons? Go for it. Knock it out of the park. Go for it. Share your information. Educate us all.
You said that you were an atom.
Knock
I asked
it
you
out.
what kind.
Go for
Food, be
it.
respectful, bro.
Now you want me to speak. Before you want me to be. Now you want me to speak. Figure it out.
Food, do you really have anything like of substance to talk about?
Yeah.
I have a lot of things of substance to speak about. Pretty
Okay,
good. I
so
can conjugate a
anything in
verb.
the prompt here? Can you talk about anything in the prompt here that we have? Do you have anything to talk about in this prompt here?
Yes.
Okay, then. Can you tell us?
Dear Lord Jesus.
Creation has no scientific credibility.
That evolution.
I really love that being the last thing because where's the meat in the sandwich? Where are the boots on the ground?
What?
Creation has no scientific credibility. So either you
Do you
so
agree
you're
with it?
saying you're just
Do you agree
just
with it?
created? Or you saying it was evolution? Or you
Do
saying
you
there's
agree with it,
been
Food?
like
Food, do you agree
scientific
with
No,
it?
food. Allow me to speak. What it's saying is, do you know what a creationist is, right? Okay, okay. What
I
it's
don't
saying
want you
is,
to be rude. Don't be mean and don't be rude to me, first of all, to get your point across. Thank you.
excuse me?
I don't need anybody to be rude or disrespectful to me to get your point
No
across.
one's
I've
being
had enough of
disrespectful
that
to you, my man.
today.
My man.
I'm not
no
a
one's being
man.
respectful to you. This is a safe place.
I'm not a man. I have a vagina and I bleed.
All right.
Thanks for the details.
What it's saying is
Don't
creationism is where you
disrespect
believe.
me. I could make a prettier baby than
Food,
than
can I ask you a
you.
question? I'm going to try again with you. Can I ask you a question?
Knock it out of the park.
Okay. Do you accept that you're a mammal?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's progress. Okay. So you accept that you're a mammal. Do you accept that
Yes.
you're a Okay, great. Do you accept that you're a primate?
No. Well, yes. Yes, of
Okay.
course. I'm not an
Oh,
idiot. Yes.
okay, no, it's just an honest question, right? I'm just trying to establish the base for the conversation. So you accept that humans are mammals and primates, and then after primates is are monkeys, right? And then apes. So you accept that we're mammals, and that goes much further back
I want to
than
ask you this
monkeys.
before.
Okay,
Give me 1 second.
sure.
Let me ask you this. There are
Please.
animals. There are land animals that are better at swimming and holding their breath. There are humans that can dive to like 100 feet, like really get in there. There are people that
Yeah,
live
yeah. They're
on
called
barges
they're called the
and
Bijao people.
never go back
Food.
to land.
Food,
So
food.
let me
No,
finish,
no,
please.
no,
Please,
because
please,
you're
please,
talking
please.
nonsense. No, I'm going to stop you
These people
because no,
live
but
on these
food,
little makeshift
food.
islands they make, and they swim and they live on the water, like
They're called
constantly.
Bijao people, right? They have larger
I'm not
spleens.
only speaking about them. I am speaking about them, but there are others as well. Where you go
So,
diving
oh
and
my
you go
God.
get the pearls, you go get the stuff that people want, because you can hold your breath, because you're
But the
used to it. The salt water doesn't bother your skin. I'm not allergic
no,
to things that a lot of people are allergic to. I've never had a hangover. Things don't bother me. Like I'm just like I don't get sick. Like I don't want to say like I'm a superhero, but kinda, yes,
so
kinda.
if you wanted to look at like the Bijao people, right, have larger spleens and they
That's
can
only an
hold
example, my love. I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying that's an example of people that not only have training, but it's tradition. It's just
it's an
they're built
example of
differently.
evolution and adaptation as well.
Yes, yes, adaptation. C, adaptation.
It's
It's
a lot of
more like you
it's a
you
lot of
Was
become
there
energy.
more
ever
of
a
what you
first
need.
human?
It's more like you become more of what you need. So like now people are
Was
like,
there ever
oh,
a first member of a species?
I think that's a really it's a pointless question because no matter what
No,
you
answer
say,
the
you're gonna be able
question.
to
Was there
argue.
ever a first member of a species?
I would say that would be different based on what you believe in.
Was there ever a first member of a species?
In the evolutionary theory context,
You're not gonna back me into that corner. No,
well,
thank you.
it's just like you want to discuss
So you
evolutionary
don't want to
theory.
answer the question.
I know what I
You
believe.
don't want to say I don't
I
know.
know what I
You don't
believe,
want to say
but
no.
what I will say will trouble a
Okay,
lot
what
of
do you believe?
people.
So what do you believe? Was there ever a first
What
member of a
I
species?
will say will trouble people, and I want this person's life to be productive. I don't want it to go down a wormhole.
Really?
No, I'd like you to answer the question.
I'm a white witch. I've always existed. I will never die.
What?
I will never
You
expire.
can't say that on panel.
La la la. I will never bop. I will never expire. Unalive. Never. Energy and my family and my traditions are here to help. We're apothecarians. So when you guys are at war, when you're bothering
What are you
one
talking
another,
about?
we are here to help you. Stop being dumb-dumbs. So we don't care what, we don't have any dog in the fight. We're just here to make
What do you-
certain that the earth, the air, the fire, the water is protected and is always honored. And that is my
I'm not sure if you're trying to
perspective.
play a character right now, but we're trying
No,
to.
not
What
at
are you
all.
talking
I'm
about?
being extremely vulnerable and honest right now.
Mhm. Well, we got to mammals and primates, and
So was there ever a first member of a species?
As energy that didn't ask for you, like when I say you, I mean, like, all of these planets, all this stuff, we were doing just fine before they got into this disagreement and wanted to form all of this stuff. It was really
See,
cool.
that isn't answering my question. Was there
Now
ever a
there's
first
all of
member of the
this, all these
species?
questions. What are you questioning?
So it's either yes, no, I don't
What
know.
are you doing to contribute? Are you helping or hurting? What are you doing
Was there ever
individually?
a first member of a species?
Are you a first member? Would you even know it if you were?
First member what? Can you answer the
He
question?
means the
Pop? Yes
first
or no?
people, the first humans. He's speaking about that, the separation of the
Was
gods
there
and the
ever a
goddesses
first
and all
human?
of that. The
Was
energy.
there ever a first chicken? Was there ever a first dog? I don't give a fuck what species you're talking about. Was there
Go
first
for
member?
it. Knock it out of the park. You're questioning something no one's ever satiated your mind, your body with. And I feel your pain. You want to know. I know what you're saying. I understand your question.
Was
I
there a first
understand.
member of a species?
Yes. Yes.
Now, so here's a follow-up question. Would you agree that, let's talk about people, okay? When do you agree that humans give birth to humans?
No. Absolutely not.
So you're saying humans never give birth to humans?
It's not. You're just a skin suit set up to
So
you.
you're saying
What
humans
you?
never give birth to humans?
I said I never. First of all, I don't use words like never. What I would say is that humans are really good conductors. You
I'm
can
losing my mind.
utilize them because they're so stupid. You can use them. They'll fall for anything.
So you're
They're
saying humans
easy.
never give birth
They're
to humans?
malleable. I said humans are easy. You can
So
take
you're
over
so
them. You
you
can
so you
tempt them.
so you're malicious. You're kind of making a claim that you're evil right now.
I said that humans are delicate and beautiful, wonderful creatures that are very malleable.
So, do humans give birth to humans?
Sometimes. Mostly.
When do they not?
Me.
Wait, you're saying you're not a human?
How can a human give birth to something that is not a human? Are you a
I'm gonna
chicken?
explode. Like
How
my
can a
brain's gonna
machine
explode.
give birth to a human? How can a
Oh my
machine
god.
make chicken for KFC? We have
They don't.
we have
Machines don't
creatures that we're
reproduce.
eating right now. We're eating food that is genetically engineered.
Yes,
Yeah,
Eve's
but
by
it's
the
not
honor.
genetically engineered using CRISPR. It's genetically engineered using selective breeding.
Okay, cool. Say whatever you like about it.
Well,
Potato,
I'm just telling
potato.
you, it is what it is. No, that's
Tomato,
not.
tomato.
No, it's not. It's not at all the same.
Sorry, I kicked her. If she was
Thank you.
if she
So
if
somebody in the comments
Well,
was
anyway.
basically saying that she was doing this, or they were doing this for content on YouTube.
Dear Lord Jesus.
well and
It's
if it
so
was and if it
fun
was an
finding
act,
the questions that they won't answer.
there's another
They
Jared.
think
What
that
are the
this like
questions that her character is hard, can't fucking engage with?
Bruh.
That was Thunderdome level.
That was
Listen,
not
if
a
you
real
talk to
person.
her about literally anything else, much more bearable conversation.
do you guys think she's faking that accent or voice?
I don't
No,
know.
I've never heard her
Yes.
speak differently.
No. I don't think she's faking the voice.
Like that's a tough one. Like how do you know or not know, right? Like we're just disembodied
If she
voices.
is, it's just oof.
She was also trying to claim that she was a hermdite, right? And which
Intersex. Don't
I
say
know,
that
but
word.
I know.
No, he didn't say
She
it at all.
said that. Listen. She said that, and I explained that to her, right? Because that term, you can say that term in biology, if I'm not mistaken, but that's only for organisms that can impregnate themselves. No human that was, quote unquote, under that category, which is now intersex, can do that. You can't get yourself pregnant with your own organs. Like, you have to get it. You have to get,
I made a
get outside
sperm marrow
material.
baby.
Huh?
I made a sperm marrow baby.
Who the fuck you didn't?
Yeah, I did. Sperm marrow.
Yeah, well, you can't. Like I said, you can't use your own organs. You can't
I did, didn't I?
you can't use a tube and then stick it in another hole and then get yourself pregnant.
Never really got that. What's a sperm marrow baby? What is that?
Well, it's a joke about a bone marrow baby like women would have, but instead of using like a female egg and bone marrow, it would be like male sperm and bone marrow.
Damn, bro.
Those babies are never viable.
Yeah.
Sick. Damn,
Oh yeah, I think I heard that. Yeah.
bro. Oh my god, there were so many moments when she just said something, and that one clip where it's just like, let me know, let me know, bro. I'm just
Like I lost
dog.
I lost track at one point. Like I was like zoning out, and then I just heard her like mention KFC, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Bro, I heard testicles, and then I just heard let me
No, I heard testicles and Neanderthals and KFC.
Gin, Babita.
It's hard, but like guys, it is hard to know what part
Modern
of
day
that.
philosopher.
It's hard to, yeah, sure. I'll give her that, but it's hard to know what part of that was genuine and what wasn't. So I'm not
Yeah.
really, I'm not really in favor of like being a bully to somebody that might actually have an actual physical challenge or mental challenge, right? And
Wow, Water,
mocking
you
them.
calling
Nah,
her-
Water. She was definitely content farming. There's no way
You
that
think
was
so?
an actual person. There's no way that was a real person.
Well, I don't know. We're all just disembodied voices. So how do you know that, right?
because I'm actually hacked into her webcam,
So
Whoa.
Water, like
and I can see the voice changer.
What does she look like?
the reason why
really?
the reason why
No.
you could tell
Fucking dumbass.
Bruh, come on, dude.
Not you fucking believe in him.
It's
Hey,
only
bro,
a
hey,
disembodied
bro.
voice for you guys.
the reason
well,
why you
well,
could tell
Bob.
is some people is like we were asking her questions and she kept avoiding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I tried to,
When you ask a
like
very
she
simple
got really
question,
mean.
and
She was like really mean to me because I was like trying to like explain to her what creationism is, and she was like, "Don't be mean to me," and I was like, "What the fuck's wrong?"
Well, let's continue past this.
No, let's keep talking about it because it's funny.
You know, isn't
We
it
have plenty
weird
of
that we
time.
met that person like talking about speculative evolution?
Huh?
That person at Food Puffs and Trucks popped up on the live. The first time she ever came in here, at least with me and you in here, was when we were talking about the Spec Evo of Tegus.
She did?
Yeah.
That was probably the first time you seen her, but
Oh yeah, that was the first time.
yeah, I'd seen her before. She's not fucking real, bro. She can't be.
She was so down to
Do you
like,
guys
talk
ever
about
have,
fake
like-
evolution.
Do you guys ever have creationists come up on the panel and shit?
All the
Fucking time.
Young Earth Christians, yeah.
Yeah, and like before like this all happened, like I gotta say again, like although I'm a Christian, bro, I do believe in evolution, bro. Like
I mean,
Good.
evolution doesn't necessitate a god. Like you can still believe in a god and
Yeah.
believe in evolution.
I can believe like a god, like the Christian God, like created like everything through evolution and through science, through everything. Like
Oh yeah.
you just gotta
It's like
be like pseudoscience-y about it with like orthogenetic thought.
yeah, but like I hate it when like people give us bad raps for that. It's like not all of us are creationists.
No, I definitely get that. We get that. It's just like the fucking, I don't know. It's just the ones that refuse to acknowledge the fact that, you know, there's evidence
So
for a lot of
is
stuff.
it, can I ask a question? Because like a lot of you guys have talked with me long enough to know that I don't know anything or very little about theology because I was never raised with any type of theological or God constructs. So when you say
Hmm.
creationist, is that just young Earth creationist? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
No,
No,
it
there are
mean
old Earth creationists.
it's
Yeah.
like they believe that like uh 6 days and like the Earth is 6,000 years old.
Yeah, because a day in God's eyes is 1,000 years, which I don't know how they've converted that, and neither do the Jews.
So would Catholics be creationists or no? And
If
I'm
they
sorry
believe
to.
in the young Earth,
Some
yes.
of them are.
It
Some
depends
of
on
them
which
are.
Catholic you talk to. The Catholic
Okay.
Church as a whole, technically yes, but only in a very loose sense.
Yeah, because that's my understanding is that you're like if you believe in the Christian God, then you believe in creation to a point.
Well, there's many of scientists, like famous scientists who are Christian, and
Yeah, yeah, I get that, but I just mean like as far as the utility of the word creationist, I just don't know where it's appropriate to label somebody a creationist and when not to.
So creationists are distinctly science deniers. They're religious, like extremists.
That makes sense.
Like there are young Earth creationists and there are old Earth creationists, but they're all science deniers.
Okay,
Now, what distinguishes them from just like your run-of-the-mill Catholic is that they will invoke miracles outside of like the Fertile Crescent 2,000 years ago, like like old Earth creationists will they'll stand by. Oh yeah, plants came before the sun. Duh. Stuff like that.
okay, that's silly.
it's like for me, I believe the Big Bang happened, but I do believe that some higher deity, higher power, like
Ah, so you're deist. Okay.
no, 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 no. Let's
Let's all praise Jacob for a second.
Yakub?
Jacob.
Well, that is the
Jacob.
Latin transliteration of his name, and I don't agree with it.
You mean
His name's Jacob.
Yakub is at least still like
Jakub, if you want to fucking actually pronounce it correctly.
no. There's no J in
Yeah.
fucking Hebrew.
Bro.
it's Yeshua? Yeshua.
Bro.
No.
Bro.
This is who we're talking about.
Oh, that guy. Oh, I heard of that. Wait. I never really understood what that is. Is that Leave Armstrong from Invincible? What the fuck?
No, that's Yakub.
No, I got a better picture. Hold on.
It's Worf from Star Trek. That's what
Hold on.
that is.
Hold on. I got one.
Is it like that thing where it's like the
Bro,
white
that is
people
not a
and all
good
that?
fucking picture. Huh? What'd you say?
It's like that like
Turning your
story where
camera
it's
off.
like the evil it's like a really racist thing where it's like the evil like Caucasians and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Edomites
pisses
and
me off.
Esau and dude, Snap, those videos I sent you, those are from a real life like Hebrew Israelite.
Do people actually believe in that?
Yes.
That literally
Yeah,
popped up on my
unfortunately.
page like after the
Dude, I try to debate Hebrew Israelites all the time on TikTok Live. They're the most. Oh my goodness, they're so racist. It pisses me
Smooth
off.
brain.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Bruh, I
And
saw
like,
some
like
shit
I'm
on
not,
my
I'm not trying to
Facebook
bring. I'm
today.
like, when I try to say, I'm not trying to bring religion in this live. Like, I'm just gonna mention this one thing.
No, you're
It's
good.
like in
You're
Revelation.
good.
Yeah. It's like in Revelation, they'll say that. Oh, it says that his feet were made out of melted bronze. Oh, that means he's black. No, you know what melted bronze looks like? It's brownish. It's like it's melted like iron. It's white. I'm not saying Jesus is white. It's just like he's a very bright force. He's not white. He's not black. He's not anything. So, and then they say that, then they'll cuss you out and everything. Like, well, what's your entire basis on the thing? I don't know.
No, but like the worst
I
thing
think
about
you
them.
should just take the black body radiation frequency for brass at its melting point and just put it on a piece of paper and show them this is the color of melted brass, and shut down all the.
It's going to be like a bright orangish red.
Yeah.
The thing about them is that they deny like the whole slavery thing. They believe that they were always here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they believe that there was like a global empire and shit, and that they taught
And
like
they have no evidence.
No
no,
evidence.
literally. No, their evidence is that for places like in South America, like you see hieroglyphics of people with Afrocentric features. And this is literally coming from their mouths, not mine. I've looked at it, and I mean, there are similar features, such as like the nose and lips
Bro.
and shit, but the
Bro.
people don't fucking look the same. Like
Bro,
Yeah.
the people, hold on, the people do have similar features as far as the lips and such, but when you look at the people who were living there, they don't look anything like fucking Africans.
Bro, snap. If
What?
you look at the people that's currently living there and you look at the statues, it's literally the same goddamn thing. They still look like their ancestors. The people never left.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying, like some people don't. Like some people, are,
Do you guys see this guy's profile picture? Sheen Baboon. It's Ben Shapiro as like a kawaii.
Bro, what?
Do you see this profile picture, bro?
Yours?
No. In the comment.
Oh, I don't know who the
Nah,
fuck
bruh.
that is.
Don't do Ben Shapiro dirty like that, bro.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro.
But yeah, no, Chris, you're 100% right. I agree with you. It's just that some people, I was just saying, like, back then, because they use that argument, and plus, a lot of people are like very, very YT presenting, versus from back then when it was all just kind of like there were no YT kind of like, well, there was a little bit, like a percent of a percent. Actually, no, I actually do want to get into that, because they actually think that the whole legend of Quetzalcoatl came from like this fucking forget, he was like a Viking or something that came there.
Yeah, like
And
every
he-
time I see those videos, it's like it looks like a Marvel cosplayer or something.
But the thing with that, Snap, is that the Nords never made it down that far south.
no, they're actually no, it was one guy. But there's
No.
evidence. There is there is. There's
No.
one. There's evidence for it. There is evidence, or I've seen something for it. It was one dude.
No, you're probably thinking about another guy, but Leif Erikson, the guy who.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about him. I know who that is. He didn't get to South America. He got like to Canada, like Nova Scotia.
Yeah, because
If I'm
like
not mistaken.
from my understanding, like
Newfoundland, but
Okay,
Newfoundland.
okay.
Well, Lonso Meadows is where the current site, well, where the site is in Newfoundland.
at that big pillar of like ruins and stuff like that, right? Right, Roder? Water.
Sorry, I'm trying to cook here too.
Okay.
But
I got a question.
I don't know what exactly is on this site, Christopher, to be honest. But I know that it's called Lonso Meadows, that it's in Newfoundland, and that's the landing site of Leif Erikson, with the unsuccessful community that they lived in for a period of time, and then were basically kicked out by the natives. Chandler, do you had a question for who?
Yeah, like since you guys like, I'm not sure like Snap or like Water World or something. Since you guys like evolution so much, like do you guys like dinosaurs and all that shit, bro?
Of course.
Heck yeah.
I do.
Fuck yeah. Fucking rad, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
For a long time, well, that was my first thing that I wanted to be when I grew up, was a paleontologist. I gave that up
Dude.
around 12, but yeah,
Yeah.
dinosaurs are awesome.
Fucking the bomb.
But the coolest thing, right, is that they're still here.
Yeah. That kind of pisses me off. You get a fucking like a boring ass bird, bro.
Right? And they all fall under Manoraptors, which is the coolest thing.
Bro, I love when they find those like baby mammoths in ice and they found their blood and all that shit, bro. It's just awesome.
For you, how does like because they're all theropods, right? The bird.
Yep. Yep.
So how does that relate to Manoraptors? What you just said?
That's like their grouping. You know how we're apes, right?
Yeah.
They're Manoraptors. That's like their clade.
Okay. And what's theropod equivalent to?
I have no clue, but that's like a
What the fuck,
classification.
bro?
That's like a classification of like dinosaurs. Because there's theropods and
Got
then
an
there's
image.
sauropods. You know the big ones that got like that are huge,
Oh, fuck you, Snapped.
that are massive,
Fuck you
that
too,
are
Poppy.
that are like.
I have an image. If
That are
God is
vegetarian.
We're listening, we're listening.
all those angels described by the Bible look something like this.
That's valid.
Do not be
He pro-
afraid.
Brother. No.
Is that a menorah? Go back.
Hold on. Imagine if
back.
you just heard this. Imagine if you just heard this. Do not be afraid. Number 9. Do not be afraid of me.
I kind of
or
like
you're
this
going
one.
to
It's 'cause
hell.
it's like cut off. It's kind of funny.
Where are the eyes? Number 9. Why
Number
does this
13.
look like AI? Number 13.
It's literally not. Where do you see it?
No. Number 13. This is some AI generated slop. Get the fuck off my panel.
Well,
I'm just kidding. Don't get off my. No, that actually is really fucking dope though. Like all jokes aside, that is a really, really pretty picture. That's I want to be that when I grow up.
you want to be that when you grow up?
Yeah, I want to be the glowing dude.
When to transcend
Take
your
it up
body.
with Yahweh.
No, I'm about to transcend with
Me when I
Jacobism.
transcend.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacobism. The funny thing is,
Bro, like
the funny fucking thing is that we were just joking around calling it, saying it was Yakubism, but we met this fucking guy who just started calling him Jacob. And
From
what? Jacob?
Jacob,
Or
because
Yakub?
yeah, I missed the transition. I missed the evolution to the new species of Yakub to Jacob.
Oh, it was literally this fucking guy who came in after you left that one late night when we were on, and he just started calling him Jacob, and I'm like, fuck yeah, bro! Like praise be Jacob. Like it's just fucking funny. Like yeah, you would expect it to be like his name, like oh Yakub, but nah, bruh, that's Jacob, bro. That's fucking Jacob, bro. That's my man Jacob. Praise be
big
Jacob
ass
and his,
forehead.
and his fucking glorious ass fucking chrome dome, bro. Praise be.
Look at
So the
Christopher's thing. Look at Christopher's. Bruh. I am the way.
What is happening?
Fucking bro.
Bruh.
Hey, Peter. I am the way.
Bruh.
What the fuck?
I don't like white people.
Oh, stop. You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that.
That's fun.
All right.
Bro. Is that handsome
I'm so
Squidward?
Squidward.
No, it's handsome Yakub.
That does look like handsome Squidward. A good
Hey,
call,
yeah,
Shin.
you give Yakub respect.
No.
Hold on. I got another one.
That's handsome, you cube.
We actually have a
Bullshit head
guest.
ass.
Hopefully he wants to talk about evolution and not Yakub, you animals. Jesus.
Yeah, I love how this panel is like evolution. Now he went into freaking big ass forehead guy.
I don't think he's in here.
He
I don't.
he requested up. Where did he go? Damn it.
I let him up, but he disappeared. He I think we scared him away. I'm sorry. I like how he said, "You damn animals." You know you love us,
I mean,
Water.
he's not wrong.
Water, you know.
Definitely do. I definitely love you guys. You guys are the best.
I love that. Honestly, I would not mind meeting you one day, Water, and having a couple pops with you. Like,
Oh,
definitely
sure.
one day. Definitely one day I'm going to try to make that happen, because, yeah.
Some popsicles.
No, pops. Like, how old are you, brother?
47.
What?
No, Chandler.
Oh.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you know about that. So pops, like, Waters from Canada, they call their spicy drinks, if you catch my drift. Like,
Okay.
yeah, they call them pops. Or some
Alright.
of them they call them pops.
Yeah, and I dropped I'm getting cut last night, and nobody understood what I was saying. You guys don't say I'm getting cut?
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
don't? Yeah, that means you're getting hammered. I'm half cut. I'm half cut.
Oh.
Oh, that's like, yeah, he really is a dog.
I'm half cut, boys. I'm 3/4 cut right now. I've been drinking since noon. Frying up some steaks right now, boys.
Hell
Have you guys
yeah.
ever heard of that fucking where they found fucking dinosaur blood somewhere?
Yeah, well, they found soft tissue in a T-Rex
Soft
femur.
tissue. Shit's
Oh.
fucking awesome.
Well, where's Electric? Electric knows all about this. I don't. Electric, come up
This was
here
my
and talk about that.
childhood. No, this was literally my childhood. I watched this, like, the DVDs of them talking about this. He's here. He's in the comments. Oh,
I know.
We watched
he's
Len
right here.
4 times.
No. I'm actually talking about, like, what they're talking about. Like, I vividly remember as a
Well,
kid having the
let-
DVDs.
Hey, Electric, what these guys are talking about, that soft tissue thing? Go ahead, please.
Please.
Alright, so my signal's gonna be potentially a little spotty. But, okay, so the woman who went into this, she used to be a young Earth creationist. She went into the field to prove that dinosaurs fossils were young, and that she was gonna friggin' upend the whole evolution conspiracy. Anyway, so she, through her education, she finds out young Earth creationism is bullshit, and then starts legitimately working in the field. She discovers a mechanism where rich iron, content in the soil, as well as, like, depending on the bone, because bone marrow is very rich in iron, will act as a preservative for organic tissues. So the way that they tested, like, her mechanism was they put, like, chicken legs in the kind of environment that she had hypothesized, and virtually no decomposition in, like, a month's time in versus the control. So the things that they found were not soft tissues. They are the remnants of soft tissues. So, like, they didn't find hemoglobin. They found heme, which is like an iron-rich, like, derivative. It's a very robust molecule. They didn't find, like, they found collagen, which is probably, like, the toughest stuff that, like, life makes. And keep in mind, it was also mineralized. They had to soak it in acid for weeks to remove the minerals from the sample. But yeah, Mary Schweitzer did great work, like describing the mechanism and describing like what they actually found. But no, not soft tissue. Was fully mineralized, but it's like the fossil remnants of soft tissue.
Thanks, Electric. I knew you knew the long form of that, and I heard you go through it in a debate with somebody. So I hate to rain on your parade. Snapped, but well, I didn't. I just did a snap or
He
electric
did.
summoning.
He
But
did. He
So
fucking
I
rained all over my goddamn parade. No, I'm just kidding.
faction
so I
hurt your
looked it up.
feelings.
So I looked it up just to be sure of what I was saying. So a theropod is like an infraorder of dinosaurs, like how sauropods are. So
Yeah.
it's like Manoraptor. Below that is theropod. Then the one that classifies birds specifically.
So dinosaurs would be like, wouldn't that be like the same classification as like mammal?
No,
Right.
it's like Simiaforma. Like how we are Simiaforma, and our infraorder under that would be shit. Hold on. No, it would be primate. Under that would be Simiaforma.
So wait.
So like dinosaur would be the equivalent to birds of Simiaforma. They're like, it's like an equivalent to that. Under dinosaur would be theropod. Under theropod would be Manoraptors. Under Manoraptors would be the other classification of birds that starts with an O. I forgot the name of it.
Ornithomimids.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
2 points. I couldn't even do it. No, I'm not even gonna try. I'll try when
Oh,
I'm sober.
I'm a dinosaur kid. I could probably
Fucking love
contend with
dinosaurs.
I could probably contend with Oblivion with
I
saying a lot of
used
shit.
to be,
And the coolest thing is that the
but that was back in the
relatives to
90s.
birds. The coolest thing is the closest thing to birds are crocodiles.
Oh yeah, the closest living, like related
Yeah.
wise.
They still think Megatherium's still around. I love to believe that.
So there's a theory, right? Megatherium, you're talking about the giant three-toed sloth, right?
Fuck yeah.
Or the ground sloth. So yeah, there's a theory that like because there's this beast, there's like it's a cryptid in the in South America. It's called the Mapinguari. Some people think it's a Bigfoot, like a Sasquatch. Other people think it's more likely a remnant population of giant ground sloths.
And we never really got. It's the Congo in South America, right?
No, the Congo is in Africa.
Oh, I mean like in
Isn't
South America. Like, we
Megatherium
never
a South
fucking
American
seen.
mammal?
What?
You're thinking of the Amazon, I think, Chandler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Congo is in Africa, bud.
So you're talking about Africa?
No, I'm talking about the Amazon.
Oh, so that's in
From
South
South
America.
America. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's in
Oh,
South
yeah,
America.
yeah. It's like we barely see anything from the South America. Like, there's so much dense forest, so it could be a possibility. It's fucking cool. Have you guys seen that that their caves that they dig and it's fossilized now, like their burrows?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
so
awesome.
speaking of dinosaurs, did you know that there's a cryptid in Australia that heavily resembles, like I'm talking about, like it pretty much damn near is a theropod dinosaur. Like this is Aboriginal lore, by the way.
With teeth and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, that's freaky.
So what I think it more could have been, because there has been a lot of, there's been a lot. I don't know if you guys can hear me that well or not because I'm walking around my room and I have my headphones in. But there's been a lot of critters around that have been like lizard-like and bipedal. Like crocodilians have been one. They convergently evolved with archosaurs. Well, actually, they are archosaurs. What the fuck am I talking about? Taki. There you go. Yeah, they convergently evolved with dinosaurs with a bipedal body plan. But what I think most likely it could have just been a bipedal ass varanid that the Aboriginals saw and were like, fucking scary. Let's unalive this, which rightfully so. I understand. It's fucking hey, like I don't know if the Aboriginals had to deal with this or not, but I know some humans had to deal with fucking megalania.
Wait,
And
is
you know
this
what
like,
else?
What electric space did it?
is this like a piece of ancient artwork? Or is this like
What?
a folk story?
I think it's like a more like a folk story type of thing. I'm again, I don't know how true it is, obviously, but like it's like a folk tale type of thing. I forget what it is, but I can go look it
Where
up.
is it from?
Australia, I believe.
Oh, you know there are lizards over there that can run on their hind
Yeah.
legs, right?
Yeah. I know. I was saying that. I was saying that what it most likely could have been is it could have just been a at one point like way in the past, because I have a theory that a lot of like, you know, cryptid or weird fucking stories
guess,
that we
Snap.
have.
We got to guess.
I know. Helios, can I get your age?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm 34.
All right. What do you guys say about the live topic?
I actually clicked on accident, but I would say that evolution isn't even necessarily a theory. It's just a hypothesis. I don't think it's a fact.
Okay. Can you tell me what a theory in science is?
Sure. Well, I mean, the scientific method would be, observation, hypothesis, and an experiment to prove it. I don't think that there is an experiment that proves the hypothesis of evolution, but not just that, it also presupposes all transcendental categories and doesn't try to explain them. So
I'm gonna go.
All right, Chandler.
Yeah, you
Give
too,
a
bro.
follow.
Thanks, dude.
No problem. Actually, we have a lot of evidence for it.
give me
there's a
evidence of
lot
how
of-
evolution explains the transcendental categories.
The transcendental category.
Reasoning, math, ethics, morals, knowledge.
Those are all processes.
Is a process? Is it a concept?
The concept of logic is a concept.
Okay. The concept of logic is a transcendental category.
Okay, so what does that have to do with biology?
Okay. Well, do concepts require a mind?
Mind work through with concepts, yeah.
Okay. Can a mind create an absolute concept, something that is true all the time?
Wait,
Through
Hilo,
every-
quick question. I just want to ask one quick question. Are you a panpsychist or are you a materialist?
Oh, hold on. I'm going through a line of questioning with him. So, can human minds or any mind create an absolute concept like reasoning or math or logic or ethics and morals?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Dude, I can barely hear you. Also, like, really hard to talk to you.
Isn't well, here's what I mean. Like, there is no like one system of math. Like,
That's not what I'm talking about.
math is just not
Math is an absolute concept.
Yeah, but which one? 'Cause
It doesn't matter.
There's
That
more than one.
It doesn't matter. You're talking
It
about
does
the
matter.
reverent. No, you're talking about the reverent of math. Okay, concept. So the logic of a reverent will be like 1, 2 graphs, geometry, trigonometry. The reverent would be what you would use to represent the concept of math, right? But math is just the laws of logic. A equals A, non-exclusion. Just that's all it's using. That's it. So math is
That
a
doesn't have to
concept.
be the case in math.
What?
You don't. These are axiomatic statements that we adopt when we're doing math, but we don't have to.
Yeah, again, that's an axiomatic. Yes, you're right. Because we're using a reverent to explain something. that is constant. Math is constant. A equals A. 1 plus 1 equals 2, whether you're here or not to explain it or experience it. Would you agree with that?
Those aren't axioms of math.
Does A equal A whether you're here to experience it or not?
On the context.
When does A not equal A?
In a universe where that doesn't hold true.
Okay, so that universe, does that exist?
I don't know.
In a universe where truth doesn't exist, might exist, that's super stupid, dude.
I'm not talking about.
How does something exist without truth?
Helio, so like
So
evolution
things
is
are either
biology.
things.
Oh, exactly.
Say
Evolution
something
only explains things.
about
Hold on.
reality
Hold on.
and have it be true. But
How do you
things
know?
are not
How do you
true.
determine what is true?
Does it have practical application?
How do you
Am I
determine
better
something
able
to be
make
true?
predictions of future observations?
Great. How do you
Given the
determine
model
something
of
to be
reality
true?
that
No,
I
you're not
have
listening, dude.
taken on
How
a
do you're not listening, dude? I don't want the
probabilistic
processes.
basis.
I do not want the processes of what you use. How do you determine something to be true after you've used your processes that help you define it? How do you determine something to be true? What do you use?
I just described what I used.
Okay, you described tools that you use. What do you use to use those?
Mechanism is what I use to determine what is likely to be true. If you're trying to undermine like the fundamental basis of reality or the fundamental nature of reality,
Okay,
I don't
so are
really
you
care.
presupposing that those things also abide by the laws of logic and are true?
really care if they do. I care about predictive
Okay, so
power.
they're not true. So you don't even care the tools that you're using abide by the laws of logic and are true, but yet you regard them to be true, the answers they give you? Come on, dude, that is super stupid. That is so stupid.
I regard them to be useful in most cases, but not necessarily so.
Okay, so
if I'm doing quantum mechanics, I'm not going to stick to like Aristotelian laws of logic. No, I'm going to work through and use the
does
axioms
quantum
and
mechanics
concepts.
use logic?
Helios, what are you even saying?
Yeah, you guys got
I'm
sidetracked.
trying to
You're not
undermine.
even like, he's not even speaking like a person. Like, what is truth?
Use tag is what he's doing.
Do you understand? So we were stuck on concepts. Do you understand what an absolute concept is? Okay, so you don't understand what knowledge or truth are?
In what
Things
context?
are
I feel
true.
like it's like trying to describe
Like,
to an alien.
you make a proposition. Propositions can be true or false. Things
Okay.
are not true.
Okay, so nothing is true, even though propositions can be true or false?
A cup of water is not true, correct?
Okay, is the concept of true a true concept? Is that a universal concept? It's a simple question.
No, I don't even understand the question.
Okay, you don't understand the question of what is true. True is not a concept that exists.
So let me work through it a little
Is
bit.
truth a
All right,
physical?
Is the concept
Is truth a
of
physical item?
truth
Is truth a
true
Helios,
concept?
hold on. You're supposed to be explaining why evolution isn't even a theory.
Well, I already told you that evolution only explains things through the physical world. It's purely physical, so it's a
I
worldview
live
that
in the
is purely
physical world,
physical.
so you know.
Okay, but you're also
It's an accurate
supposed.
physical description of the world, which means it's the only explanation for biodiversity. All right, cool. You believe in evolution.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, so evolution only explains the world through physical means, right? It's purely physical.
Yeah, but I'm purely physical. Like, what do you even mean? You know?
Okay, so
Both
is
agree that the physical world exists.
so you're
You
purely
accept
physical.
that
Is your
evolution
knowledge is
explains the
physical?
physical world.
Yeah.
Ergo, you accept evolution, and we can not talk about theology because that's your problem, not mine.
Is your knowledge physical?
Yeah, it's a physical thing.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's
your
a process.
consciousness is physical?
Yes, it
It's a
is.
process.
Absolutely. I mean, a good example of this would be if you have Alzheimer's and you're, you know, as it starts to deteriorate, you'll see changes in your consciousness. However, when you're given certain medications that will, I think, mess with acetylcholine, that will then change your consciousness again.
Okay.
Because it's a physical thing
Is
that can be
is
missed.
the physical brain representative of the experience of being human?
Yeah, 100%.
Not entirely, no.
What do you
Not
mean?
entirely. So how is it not representative? How is me cutting open your
There's the
brain?
spinal cord as well.
Right. So when I cut open your brain and look inside, do I see your thoughts and feelings?
Of course not.
So where are your
But
thoughts?
when
and
you
feelings?
open up a
Yeah, but
computer,
where
you're
is that
not
with
going
a
to see
computer?
Word
Where
or
are your
Microsoft Excel either.
where are
So
your
what are you
thoughts
going
and
to do? You're going to
feelings?
get a computer and you're going to cut open the CPU and go, "Where's Word?" Like it's the same kind of thing, you know?
Right. But computers are processes that are mechanistic. So you must
So is
input
our
something to
brain.
get something out, right?
That's how our brain
Right,
works. Yeah.
and the
Right. So
human
what
brain is
inputted?
also mechanistic and a process.
So who's inputting things on your keyboard and mouse for actions to happen in your thought process? Who's doing that?
Yourself, because it's all self-regulated. I
Okay,
mean,
that
you
doesn't
could
make
go
No one
sense, dude.
is.
Your
really
computer,
specific on like FOSB or
dude, that
specific
doesn't make any
but like
sense.
increased neuroplasticity.
Listen, does your computer self-process itself? Does it turn itself on?
Does
Listen,
neuroplasticity? It's
really?
very
'Cause my
cool.
computer's off right now. Is my computer just pressing the keyboard and working on its own?
Helios, are you
No,
sentient?
People
Are you self-aware?
Yeah, I am. But can you prove that you're self-aware?
Sure, I am. I'm experiencing a stimuli.
Can you prove that to me?
Feel cold. I feel me sitting down. I'm
Right. How do
talking
how
to
do
me.
I know that you're not just an AI and you're conscious like me?
A brain in a jar.
How do I know that?
Because if you do accept a position, you can make predictions based off of it, and the predictions that you make are consistent with other people having independent minds.
Well, again, you guys actually ran from this because I want to go back to that. So my computer to turn on, I need to push a button, I need to push the keyboard, and I need to use the mouse. If you
Well,
think we're
luckily,
listen,
that's
dude.
what happens with us.
Listen,
If we turn
dude.
us off, we can't turn us
Dude,
back on.
be
We can't
quiet.
bring people
Be
back from the
quiet.
dead.
Be
Can we?
quiet. Be quiet.
You don't just tell me to be quiet,
Dude,
mate.
be
What are you
quiet.
saying?
It's like
Oh,
3
yeah,
versus
shut up. What
4,
are you
dude.
doing?
Shut up. It's like 3 versus 4. It's like 3 versus 1, dude.
Nah, what are you
Relax.
saying? You're saying
So,
that you can turn a computer off
dude,
and
shut
on, but you
up.
can't do that with people.
Shut up. Let me land my plane. So if the computer's mechanistic, it works on inputs and outputs, right? If you think you're mechanistic, what is pushing your button and your keyboard? My computer does not push its own keyboard. It does not move its own mouse. It requires me, an outside force, to dictate it, to turn it on, turn it off, push the buttons, move the cursor around. If you think you are mechanistic, like a computer, what is pushing your buttons? What is moving your mouse?
Everything, because my whole metabolism. Because if I got turned off,
What do you mean
I can't be
everything?
turned back on again. Like, do you
That's
know
the
how
point.
death works? You know,
What, you're not answering the question.
you have
What's
a constant
inputting your
thing.
input?
Okay, the inputs are inputs
Hold
from your
on, hold on a
surroundings, from
second.
your five senses, from changing
Tom,
your plasticity, from all these
hold on
different
a
things.
sec. Tom, hold on a second. We need to bring it back to this topic because this whole spiel that you're going on is fucking irrelevant.
How is
Like
it irrelevant?
because
Nothing
look
to do
at
with
the topic.
evolution.
We're talking about evolution.
Right, and I said
Evolution is
evolution
facts.
only explains things through material means. It doesn't explain transcendental categories. It makes
And
knowledge
I'm saying that
impossible.
doesn't exist to me, so I don't care.
What your consciousness
Try
and your
to.
mind doesn't exist?
Okay, well, you've
Here
made
in
a lot of
evolution,
claims.
does it try to explain this made-up category that you've
Your
invented?
mind? The transcendental categories are made up.
Where does evolution try to explain
It
any
doesn't.
of that?
It doesn't. That's the point. That's what I said.
You. So it's
What are you
off
doing with evolution?
topic.
What are you talking
Right.
about?
So, but does evolution rely on your knowledge and a mind to interpret it?
What?
It is
We can
irrelevant.
observe it.
No.
We've
Evolution
observed
Right.
happens if I'm
So
alive or
how,
not.
so how are you interpreting data without a mind or knowledge or math or logic?
What are you even
Don't
saying?
give
All
a
of those
shit.
things are
That's off
materialistic.
You don't give a
topic.
shit. You guys are hilarious, dude. You don't give a shit. So you don't care how you.
For made-up concepts? Yeah.
Look, this is,
About
talking
you
about
trying to go off
transcendent.
topic? Yeah.
you're so off topic right now.
Don't
because I
care
don't
if you
have any
want to
answer.
fucking run tag. This
You
is
got.
the
You
place for
don't
it.
care. You don't care about your mind or explaining it. That's so funny, dude.
It's because the
All right.
mind's
We'll
purely
go with the physical
mechanistic,
aspect,
you know?
right? We'll go
Physical
with the
thing.
physical. So we'll go. So
Yeah,
evolution,
Jesus.
observation, hypothesis, experiment. Can you tell me what the observation is in evolution? What experiment? Can you tell me what the observation is in evolution? What the hypothesis is? And can you give me an experiment that has proved the hypothesis?
Yeah, long-term E. coli evolution project. Basically, they got a bunch of E. coli, and every month or so, they put it in a new jar and they compare the colonies, and they were able to see all the things predicted with evolution. So they would see certain mutations of those would give them a select advantage. One of them allowed them to digest citrate, and the whole jar became like orangey. Other ones as well, we've got like AMR, so they had a massive petri dish. It was like 12 feet long, I think. And they were able to show how bacteria were able to rapidly mutate and evolve antimicrobial resistance.
Do you think that adaptation or evolution equals like huge variant in like speciation, where a single cell that doesn't have any information on something that it would become, like a giraffe? Like, how does that prove that that bacteria is going to become a giraffe?
Because once again, you were talking about the mechanisms of evolution, and that was there were two things talking about evolution. You didn't say specifically about that thing.
Okay, so that bacteria at the end of the experiment, was it still bacteria?
Of course it was. That would disprove evolution if it wasn't.
What did it prove that besides it adapted to outside stimulus that you...
Helios, can descendants of a population ever be anything other than what their ancestors were?
I would say no.
That is what evolution says.
Okay, does evolution also say that we all came from a single cell?
We came from a unicellular organism, yeah.
Okay, so at one point, didn't that one cellular organism split into multiple different species?
It's split into, well, we're able to see this now. Look at desmids. There's been studies showing single cells becoming multicellular.
So single cells became different species.
Single cell is not a clade.
Not different species, but single cells
species ever become different species?
To avoid predation, they basically join together. Because
a member of a
when they
clade.
were two, they were less likely to get munched than when they were smaller, and it's that simple. And then from there, they had more and more advantages, getting bigger and bigger because less things could eat them without being bigger than them. And it just goes on and on because all of this selective pressure of not wanting to get eaten or wanting to eat.
Hold on, let's go back to this. So when we were a glob of living tissue, why does a glob of living tissue want to evolve to eat when it doesn't need to eat?
It does need to eat because the ones that didn't eat didn't survive and didn't pass on their
It doesn't want anything, dude.
Hold on, why does it want to survive? What's the difference between
You want anything?
What is the difference?
Didn't survive. It's that simple.
What is the difference between alive and not alive in a material world where it's all just atoms?
Oh, sure. So living things have
sensitivity,
cells.
growth,
They
reproduction,
have metabolisms. They reproduce.
Yeah. Why want to use more?
Because that's what they do. It's a mechanism. It's a chemical process.
They don't want to do anything. They have no agency, really. They just, the ones that didn't, and the ones that did.
Right. So why does life want to live?
It doesn't want to. It's just the ones that
it's a nonsense question.
Aren't alive anymore.
Okay, guys, hang on. You guys are tag teaming them, which I understand.
Fine.
Well, no, Helios. What I'd like to do, I'm a mod on this panel, is just make sure that there's a Q&A so that we can have a relevant discourse, right? So, Tom, you're up with Helios, and then Electric thereafter. No, don't drop, Electric. You don't have to drop.
So life wanting to live when it was a single cell and didn't need to eat. Why does something want to evolve to eat when it doesn't have to?
The word want is giving it agency. It didn't want to do anything. It didn't know much. But the thing is, it has to, because if it didn't, it just wouldn't be around anymore. It's, so everything that exists now is a constant lineage of what's existed for the last, how many billion
years. Helios, hang on a sec. Let him finish his thought, and then
he says something that I want to question. So that's
I know, but let him land his plane, right? With respect, let him land his plane, and then you land your plane, et cetera, et cetera.
Go ahead,
Tom, did you articulate your full thought there?
Thank you. Yeah, the things that didn't survive. It's simple as that.
Okay, so you're saying there's no agency. It's just chaotic, right?
This stage, yeah.
Okay. Is there ever agency, or just the illusion of agency?
That's a good one. I don't know, if I'm completely honest. I mean, probably we do have agency, because when you get a sophisticated enough system, they're then able to respond to so many stimuli that they're kind of able to have their own agency. But I think that's a big point on from the single cells we're talking about.
So if there was no purpose with, beginning life and life now, what is their purpose now, or is it just an illusion of purpose?
I don't think there is a purpose per se. I think it's the same thing it's always been, which is want to shag and not want to die, and also want to eat. And they're kind of all the same because,
You keep
the same
saying
criteria.
want. This is I don't want to be a stickler, man, but you keep saying want
I'm
to
giving it
live,
agency when I
and you
shouldn't. But
keep
the thing
saying
is,
want.
it's
You keep saying these things that you don't want to define. So you say want. What is a
the
want?
parameters for living, or the parameters for just being alive now, have stayed the same for a long time. Which is, you want to get your genes to the next generation, and every cell dreams of being two cells.
I'm going to say why. No, so two cells want to be two cells.
One cell
Okay.
wants to be two cells. That's the thing, because it's basically it. If think about this, quadrillions, like insane numbers of things aren't alive now. 99% of life isn't alive now. Anything alive now has been alive consistently, the same lineage for so many billions of years, and it's only been alive because all the other ones slightly deviated aren't anymore. And we can see this. The ground itself is made of dead stuff.
Would you say that things are adapting to live better?
Better?
What do you mean better? Because to their environment, it's the ones that did the worst just didn't survive.
Have more life rather than less life.
Okay, so Tom, we're going to let Paul engage with Helios just for the next few minutes here. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, okay. Well, I just wanted to address, number one, the agency issue.
Cool.
And then we'll move as fluidly as possible.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
So I would argue that, and I think all of the folks who study that stuff will argue that agency kind of starts right away, right? The moment, if what we mean by that is the ability to act in the world, right? So if we have a single-celled organism, for example, very early on, right, it's going to have chemistry systems, right, chemical systems that are going to be able to detect the difference in concentration and nutrients in the system around it, right? So it's going to know that it's not going to know and want, okay, but it's going to be able to detect, okay, that there are nutrients over yonder, to my left, okay, that are good for me, and there's toxins, maybe even my own waste, okay, over to the right. Okay, so it's going to start using like its little cilia, or it's going to convulse in ways that are going to move it away. If it's to survive, right, it's going to move away from the toxin and toward the nutrient, right? Just because the chemistry makes it do that.
Hold on,
right?
I understand that.
So it doesn't need to have any desire to do it, right? That implies a whole different complex of systems.
So again, do you just presuppose that life wants to live and
I just said it doesn't have to want to do anything, right? This is
but why
just
does it have mechanisms to
chemistry.
move away from toxins and move towards things that better it?
Because the chemistry says it's trying to manufacture. It's short on these. They're good. It knows that it needs them, right?
Hold on. Again, I know
it's hard to use English to describe what
that's
without.
fine. I don't need the mechanistic description of it.
Well, you do apparently.
No, I don't. Because I don't.
Well, because
care.
you keep trying to say it's what makes it want to do this.
I'm saying, what is the purpose?
And I'm telling you, it doesn't want to do it.
Listen,
it just does it.
Dude, I'm asking you, what is the purpose of having things that allow it to live, opposed to unalive?
So you mean like abiogenesis? Why is there life at all?
Sure.
Okay, I would argue, and I think there's good arguments, right, supporting the fact that it's inevitable, right? There's a thing you've heard of, probably called the second law, probably confused with chaos versus equilibrium, okay? But the second law of thermodynamics, right, which has it says entropy, right? Which really means it doesn't mean chaos, right? It means or disorder. It means equilibrium. Things tend toward equilibrium, right? So this is a thing when there's in a closed system, right? So there's no energy input, right? If there is energy input, the system then acts to distribute that and dissipate that energy. Okay, we have seen in nature, okay, that if you boil water, okay, it tends to rise and then, as it cools, sink in hexagonal columns. Okay, why is that? That's because hexagonal columns just happen to be the most efficient way of grouping things together in that space. Okay, so it happens that way. That's order out of nothing, right? Just energy input in order to dissipate energy in compliance with the second law of thermodynamics, the tendency to want to go to equilibrium, right? So if it's doing that, you can see when that happens, right? You do that in the presence of lipids, and they'll start forming little bubbles. Okay, that is how cell membranes, we think, come. I mean, that's exactly what they're built of. Okay, and it looks just like them. Okay, if it's a duck, maybe it'll quack like one and walk like one and all that. Well, that's what happened there. Okay, so we can see that with energy input into the system, this will happen. It's just,
Again, man, you're giving me a lot of descriptions.
What I'm trying to tell you is that you keep saying, how does it happen? Right? You say you want to assign some agent that acted on it to make it happen, and I'm telling you, don't need
I'm not doing that. That is not my
Well,
claim.
what I'm telling you is, though, you don't need one, right? It'll all do it all by itself.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference? Is there a difference between something that is alive in the material world and is non-alive? I don't know if you were here. Can you answer that?
Sure there is.
Okay.
It's a level of complexity and systems that have behaviors that don't exist in the constituent parts. Same with chemistry.
If reality is indifferent, which you would assume that the universe reality is indifferent to something being alive or unalive, there is no purpose. Is there?
That's what you're doing there, though. That's why I keep giving.
Hold on. I'm saying there is no outside purpose. There is none. It's just an indifferent universe of material. Then in that universe, is life separate? Because life is just more material doing more material things, having chemical reactions. Yeah. What is the difference between that and material items that are non-alive?
The processes.
Okay. Besides one having a process and the other...
No, so in other words, you want an answer that satisfies you. I'm giving you the answer that is observable, that the evidence supports. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. You say, well, okay, but... And the answer
I'm not saying but. I'm saying is there a difference between like something that is alive in a chair?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, right?
Well, I mean, aren't we all made of the same material, just arranged differently?
Except some of us are dissipating energy a bit more efficiently than the other things.
Is there really a difference?
Dude, you want to insist, okay, that there's some kind of thing that makes us special.
I'm not saying that.
Well, you're saying life in general must be special, right? You just said, basically, that's what you said.
Okay, so are you saying life itself is not special?
No, I'm saying it's a process, right? It's just special. An activity. It's a verb. So is consciousness, by the way. That was going to be my second point.
Okay, do you think?
Okay, it's not a locale for something that lives there, right? It's a process.
Consciousness is a verb?
It's a verb, yeah. It's an activity the brain does over time.
Okay. Is it actually, what is your representation of consciousness? Is it physical?
It's an activity, right? So is running physical? When you run, is that running in your feet, right?
Yeah,
the brain?
Right. But
no,
running
it's not in your feet. It's the process it's the relationship that exists between your feet and the world.
Great. I love that. Okay. So running, you would agree, as I would, running does not have an ontology in the world. Running
is a verb.
Right. It doesn't exist somewhere. So
it's an activity. No, it exists.
Well, yeah.
It just doesn't exist somewhere. It's a relationship.
Dude, hold on. But running doesn't have an ontology.
You keep trying to change the point I'm making.
Yes, running is an
I'm not
activity.
going to let you change what I say.
Okay, so running is an activity. It doesn't necessarily exist. It's just an activity. Would you also say that your consciousness doesn't exist? It's just an activity. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's an activity, yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. Your consciousness, your mind, all of that doesn't really exist. It's just an activity.
No, what you see, you say it doesn't exist. I
Does running
say
exist
activities
somewhere?
exist, right? Activities is a relationship. It exists. It's just not a physical object, right? It's a relationship between, over time, right? Between this and that over time. Okay, that's what an activity is, right?
Okay. Yeah, great.
So that doesn't mean that activity doesn't exist.
Yeah,
It's just not an object
it doesn't have an
in
ontology.
space.
It doesn't have an ontology. Yeah.
No, it does.
Okay, so hold on. Running has an ontology in the world.
It exists. Yes, but it's a relationship, right? It's measurable.
That doesn't.
You
No.
can measure it, can't you?
Well, sure, you can measure running,
Right.
but running doesn't have an ontology. So your mind also doesn't have an ontology.
No, that's your thing, right? I'm telling you, if I can measure it, it exists.
If you measure it, it exists.
Well, yeah.
What are you
It
using
has
to
to.
measure
How
it?
else would I measure it?
What are you using to measure it?
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean it doesn't matter.
Are you using
Which
your
word
mind
didn't
to
you
measure?
understand?
Are you using your mind to measure something?
I'm using tools to measure that.
Are you using your mind to use those tools?
What does that got to do with it? What does it have to do with it? Tell me.
Okay, all right, but your mind doesn't exist. So you're using something.
No,
else to
my
say
mind
this is
exists.
a
It's an
tool that
activity.
exists.
See, you keep saying that, right? You're laughing as if you made a point. But what you did is just tried to change what I'm saying and then laugh at that.
You're using an activity to use a tool that exists, but that activity doesn't.
Activity, I never said the activity doesn't exist.
Okay, so does your
You
mind
did.
does consciousness have an ontology in the world?
It exists. It's a process. It's an
Does it-
activity.
Does it have an ontology?
Does it, can you observe it underway? Yes. Can you measure it? Yeah, we can knock people out. We have anesthesia. Remember that? Right? It's measurable.
Great. Is measuring
I measure it all day long.
measuring your mind or consciousness representative of the experience of being alive or conscious?
That's the activity.
Yeah. Is it
The activity includes a memory system. It includes your ability to interpret that memory system, all the sensory systems you have.
How do I know you're doing that?
Sufficient, okay, to comprise consciousness.
Helios, you quit over talking him.
Dude, he's over talking me. What are you talking about?
No, but like you're.
He just goes on. He just goes on tangents and doesn't necessarily answer. He just wants to be descriptive.
No, he does
He's
answer.
answering all the points quite legit.
And he's had to answer the same point multiple times.
Yeah.
So just like let's.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty good.
We were doing well. We were doing well, right?
I'm
With
pretty
the
fine.
back and forth. Let's go
I
back
don't
to
really
that.
know. I really don't know where to go with him. He is pretty much conceded that consciousness is just an activity. The mind doesn't necessarily.
Just an activity? See,
Yeah.
that's you judging that, right? Not me, right? I said it's an activity. I even said that activities are measurable.
Is having
Right?
a
You
mind,
say it's not real.
is
That
having a
doesn't
mind
mean
an
it's not
activity?
real. That just
having a-
means you said it's not real.
Does having a mind exist somewhere?
Sure, it's an activity.
Does-
Measurable.
is-
Right? I can put all kinds of things on your head and measure that. Right?
Is being a self
I can even make it so you lose it for a minute.
okay?
Right? Like you're unconscious.
Is being a self an activity?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but being a self isn't like a tangible thing. It's not real. Doesn't
It's a
have
construction based on memories, right? Like experiences and things like that. All that
Paul.
kind of stuff.
Could you maybe ask him a question because the questions are going one way?
No, I
No?
just don't. I think it's kind of funny that he's making these statements like he's winning something, but he's just.
Well, I mean, you're a physicalist, so you're nihilistic. You don't. Really
No, I wouldn't say I'm a physicalist. I love the fact that verbs exist.
Okay, so is everything in the world material?
No, there are activities.
Are there non-material things that exist?
Are there activities? Are
Yeah.
they material?
Is the concept of good an activity?
Concepts are you have that other thing. That was my third thing, right? You like to think that in like in Platonism type terms, right? Where the idea has reality beyond the world, right? It doesn't, it's separate from. And I don't agree with that, right? It's
Okay,
just an
that's fine. Then
activity.
tell me where the concept of good comes from.
We made it up.
So we can create an absolute concept?
What do you mean absolute?
The
That's
concept
your
of
that's
good.
your idea, right? I don't think
Listen,
good is
listen,
absolute.
dude.
I
The
think good is
concept of good.
extremely relative.
Oh my goodness. Is the concept of good universal between all societies throughout
No.
time? Okay. Can you go ahead and give me an example of a society that doesn't have a concept of good or bad? That
In
good might be different.
Sparta, ancient Greek, right? They would take a baby that you would find this horrific, right? They would take it and throw it in the river, right?
Wait, yeah, secular people do that now. They unalive their babies.
Secular
all
people,
the time.
all people did it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. They would have not thought that was good. They still do things.
Right.
In
Well, they did
Sparta,
it. No,
they
that's
still.
behavior. I go on behavior, right? They can say that it's good. They did think it was good. They thought it was better
Okay.
for
Oh,
society.
okay. So they had a concept of good then.
Yeah. Do you
Okay.
think that content of that was good?
It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I asked you whether they had the concept of good. You just said yes, they did.
Well, I think it varies, though, right? You know,
Yeah, that's fine.
you call
That's
it an
fine.
absolute. There's no absolute there.
I'm not saying what
You said it was absolute. I said
Yes,
no.
the concept of good is absolute. What you call good might be different than what I call good, right?
Then how is it absolute?
The concept of good and bad are
I
absolute.
disagree. They're not absolute. They're just concepts, right? It's a binary concept in the way you're doing
Create
it.
it.
I think there's a lot more gray area, so my concept may be different than yours.
We're speaking past each other. Can you create
No,
an
you're
absolute?
insisting on that idea, you know, ideas being real thing, right?
Okay.
With this, you know, like an absolute concept. Well, I don't know what that means.
Have you ever taken a philosophy class, like even a little
A
bit?
few, yeah. I've taught some too.
Okay. So you don't know what a concept being real
I know
is?
what a concept is.
So from like a Platonism perspective.
Yeah, I do. I know exactly that it's Platonistic what you're saying. I've said that to you already.
That's not dualistic. Most, even knowledge would be a concept. Memories are a concept.
Yeah. So,
Lo-
what does that? What does that do for you?
Do you okay? Can you answer this? The laws of logic. If there were no people around, would the laws of logic still apply?
No. That logic is an internally consistent, you know, self-referencing system, right? Like math, right?
Right.
In other
But
words,
math
you can use logic to say foolish things that are untrue, that have no basis in reality.
I'm not saying that.
You
Does
can do
math-
that with math
I'm
too.
not saying it doesn't. Does math exist whether we are around to experience it or use it or not?
No, it's a tool that we invented. We can find we can describe things mathematically.
Right. Does the world make sense mathematically whether we are around to use the tool of math or not?
Well, we can say fictions with math too, right?
You're not answering the question, dude.
I'm saying that just because you can do it with math doesn't mean
You are
math
not
is out
answering
there in the world.
question. You're not answering. If math is a tool in your hand,
Yeah, for us to describe things.
dude, you keep interrupting me. If math is a tool in your hand, where did that tool come from?
We invented it.
So we made this tool with what? How did you make math?
I personally didn't, but
How did
I
people
think
make
Newton
math?
did.
Not the reverent of math, the concept of math.
Reverent?
Yes.
You mean referent with an
Yes.
F?
Yeah, the referent of math.
Yes, that's different, right?
How did we?
Reverent is
not,
like applying to God or something.
Not that. So not the.
Yeah,
not
I get it.
the
I'm just
reference.
pointing out that you say it that way.
Dude, just
Probably
answer the
intentionally.
question. Just answer the question. Where did the tool come from?
We invented the tool. We made all our tools.
Okay, how did we do that? How did we create the
What do you mean,
concept?
how?
Yeah, how did we create the concept of math?
By observing in the world some things and trying to come up with a way of describing them precisely.
Okay, so we created a referent to something that was already there.
No. There was a referent. This is the symbol that refers to the referent.
Right. So that we created that.
Right.
Okay. So we agree we created that. So underlying that stuff already made sense. Math was there for us to.
No. No, that's a big leap right there, right?
So
You
math
can't just say
wasn't. So
that.
math wasn't there
No,
for us to.
our languages work as symbol systems. You're aware of this? They start off as like signs, right? We can see things that look similar, so we use that to indicate that's a simple communication. It goes to, icons, which are sort of a bit different, right? Then they combine up to get you to a symbol, right? That's how that works in linguistics and in cognitive theory all the way around.
Sure. Do you
Okay,
think
so
that
these are
math
just
is referencing-
linkages that we
Hold on.
make up.
But whenever we're using language, we are referring to something that exists in the real world, right? Or
No.
something that exists in our minds.
Well, no. We can make up stuff.
Okay. Does that stuff that make up
Have you never made up stuff? Any fiction writer does all day long.
that still references things that exist? Can you find like the concept of one doesn't
Some things, right, in order to make it real, so it seems real to you, they
Again,
use things
again,
like trees in the
You're not
book.
answering the question, right? So you just explained to me how we created the concept of math.
Right, by using our capacity for symbol systems.
Okay, that's not the concept of math. That's the symbols that we use to represent
No,
math.
no, I'm not talking about symbols written down. I'm talking about the nature of being a symbol.
So 1 + 1
That's
wasn't.
what languages are.
So 1 + 1 wasn't 2 until we experienced that.
Well, we can assign that to be the numbers that those
but
things.
whether
Yeah,
we were around-
there are obviously things like number of items in the world.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
So 1 + 1.
Us
1 +
adding them
2
together and
1
trying to
+
get a
1
derivative
still-
of it, or some kind of integral
1
math, right?
+
This is
1
us.
1 + 1 still equal 2, whether we were around to experience it or not, right?
Well, it's not meaningful unless it's to us, right?
I'm not saying that.
Right. Well, but that's why I don't see that. It's kind of a trivial point to me.
Was 1 + 1 still 2, whether we were around to experience it or not?
There were two items there. No one was assigning them any numbers.
But remember, there is no one to assign numbers to anything anyway.
Well, there is, right? We do that all day long.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't exist. You're just an action.
We make up new units. Well, that you said it doesn't exist. You keep doing that. You have a hard time, obviously, grasping that actions exist.
Do actions exist
That
in the
relationships
physical world?
exist. What?
Do actions exist in the physical world?
Dude, we've been over this. I'm not going in.
Already been, yeah.
Okay?
Helios,
I don't think I'm not getting an answer from him. He just
You
keeps
I
did get an
answered that 4 times.
Dude, you keep referencing math to just be the reference of it. That doesn't make any sense. You're not again. Your epistemology of the world has to start in an axiom, and then that's where you're going from there. You're not telling me where these things came from. It's not grounded. That's what evolution does. It starts in an axiom. It explains everything from that axiom, and it doesn't try to explain where all of these tools that we have came from. It doesn't
It's
care.
us
We can
outside the
explain where
scope
each
of
one
evolution. What?
What?
It's like outside. It's like saying,
so-
why doesn't the Big Bang Theory describe my microwave?
I'm not. So, dude, if you're in the car and you get pulled over and you have $1 million in your trunk and you go to court and you're like, hey, where did these $1 million come from? You have to have a receipt. You have to tell me where they came from. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I can tell you where they all came
So
from,
I'm
but you don't
asking
want
you-
to. Every time I go into the detail of it,
No,
you tell
you're
me not to
giving
go
me
into the
any answers, dude. I don't know if you feel like you think you're giving any
I've
answers.
been giving you so many
Hey,
answers. You just
he
got.
has given
It
you
feels
a
like you've got a
Anyway,
Helios.
Have fun. Live it
Helios, you need. Let's talk, Helios. So, do you know what Numina is? Do you know what Numina is?
I've heard it before, but no.
So, Numina is a thing in and of itself. So, it seems as though the physical description of, say, one sun defines the sun without being a concept. I'll give you an example. So the sun is a certain distance away from other stars, and it's comprised of elements of a certain type, like largely helium and hydrogen, brought together by the 4 fundamental forces. Now, so this thing, the sun,
is one sun because of its physical attributes, not because of a concept. Now, when we observe it and think about it, then we assign it a language, which would be the concept of one sun. So do you understand that physical objects have attributes which exist without mental, any mental substance at all?
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I know.
Welcome to the world of being a physicalist.
Great. I mean, yeah, that's again just very it's just descriptive. It's not prescriptive, right?
Well, no. The behavior is, it doesn't give a shit about consciousness. Like the behavior doesn't, it seems as though the behavior doesn't care about the description.
Right. So again,
it's just the nature of the noumena, the thing itself.
Mm-hmm. My whole thing with evolution is: would you at least concede that evolution is a worldview or a philosophy of the world?
No.
It's just a biological process.
Yeah, it's not a worldview. What do you mean?
If you're
I don't
holding
understand why you're talking about worldview.
if you're holding to evolution as the creation of everything, then that is your
That's not what it
worldview.
says at all. What are you talking about?
What did you say?
That's not it at all. He's just
No,
describing the process we
evolution's
see.
not,
He doesn't talk about
evolution's not the
creation.
creation of everything.
So Helios, can you give us a description of what evolution is? Do you know what it is?
The way you guys would see it? I mean, just like basic.
No, just tell me what you think it is.
You guys would. I mean, you would describe it as allele frequency changes over time, right?
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
In its
You
successive
got it.
generations.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
So again, if you're holding to, which I would concede, if things adapt, I don't necessarily think that means that, for my non-scientific term of macroevolution in sense, just because things adapt.
Sure. How old do you think our planet is, Helios?
I don't know. 50
like
million, billion, trillion. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Could be made yesterday, and all my memories were implanted. There's no way to really know.
Okay. So what's this got to do with evolution?
So again, did you guys at least agree that having evolution as a worldview is...
None of us have said it's a worldview. Like, what? You're just...
Okay.
It's like you have a script running in your head and you're not listening to anything else that's going on.
Okay, but that's the thing, though, right? Is if you believe in evolution, how is it not a worldview of how you see the world?
If you're talking,
my microwave cooks food, like.
So wait, quick
if
question. Then, what worldview do you subscribe to, if you think evolution is incorrect?
I didn't say so. I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm saying it's a worldview that you subscribe. So for me, I'm a theist. I'm a Christian. I would subscribe to the worldview of God. God made this. God gave you this. God made that.
Sure.
Right.
If you're talking about evolution being a view of the biological world, then absolutely it is. I have no problem with that.
And the biological world, is that like the only world, or
no?
The natural world that we inhabit.
Right.
There's a
Is
whole
there any- is there any-
there's a whole world of non-living things.
Right. Okay. So that would be your worldview then, right? That would be your worldview then, right?
I don't understand. Like generally, when people talk about the worldview, they're talking about the origins of, say, the universe, or the origins of life, or they might be talking about like moral takes on different scenarios. Like worldview would inform you about the things that you believe about all things, not just
Yes. Yes. So
biologically how
yes.
life comes about.
So as a Christian, right? So if you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever, your worldview starts at God gave you this, God made this, we are here with a purpose doing this. If you believe in evolution, I would also say that you are saying that the same thing, just about everything that you guys explained, whatever you believe evolution was.
If you believe in both.
But you're just giving attributes to
You,
things. It's like
I don't.
I know
You
you,
lots of
actually,
people who are
you
Christian
actually,
and
you,
believe
you
in
understand you understand that Christians can believe in evolution, right? Like you get that, right?
I mean, you'd be probably a bad. I mean, you probably could and be a little ignorant on it, but it'd be really
You're
tough.
a bad
Really.
Christian. Well, that's just not nice, is it?
What?
No true Scotsman.
No, dude. I mean, you just. I mean, it's like saying. I guess it's like saying like Mormons are Christian. Like that's not.
You don't.
There's a category error. I mean, you
So
just,
it's
No, you're just.
yeah.
so,
I
if
just
if you're Christian, then you would have to think that God created and started off the.
Well, you wouldn't have to think anything because they're their own people, you know.
Have to presuppose a God.
So is a Christian that believes in evolution? What do they think God did?
Well,
Started,
probably set evolution in motion.
yeah, like a lot of people who believe like, oh yeah, God started it, and then from there things kind of happened. But
Do you
people
guys-
believe a whole bunch of different things. I don't get why you kind of gatekeep a certain belief and say you're not this if you're this.
Well, I mean, the Bible's pretty clear. It has a creation story in it, whether you believe it or not. It's fine, but it's pretty clear on the creation story. It
Yeah, but
describes how it works.
it could be just allegorical. Like a lot of modern Christians would say, it's just an allegory.
And what does that? Does that mean that they would be right, or doesn't really matter what they would think, right?
Well, I'm not concerned with that myself, but
You know, it's
I think it would be
getting to
closer. It
Can you
seems
be
as though it would be
Christian
So
more probable.
so
with what
Helios,
we observe.
we've got a new guest. I just, in fairness to
It's nice
Mateo.
talking to you guys. Sorry to give you guys a hard time. I would
No,
just,
that's okay. No, it's been a good conversation. It's been a good
safe.
conversation.
Hey, I'll mute up and I'll just listen if you guys are fine with that. I'm gonna.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, you're
You kick me
always
if you want.
welcome. No, you're always welcome. There's space on the panel.
Appreciate it. You guys are nice. Again, I'm trying to be contentious. Hopefully, I wasn't too rude. Appreciate it.
No, I don't think you were. And appreciate the conversation. I just want to ensure
I'm
that.
gonna mute up. Go ahead and chat. Ask if you guys need something. Just go ahead and ask.
But I guess that
Rowdy's
maybe
not
to
done. I guess. Go ahead.
Hold on, Rodney.
No, just to finish up, I would just say, like he was asking about like where it would come from, and I think that ultimately a scientific atheist would just say we don't know. We don't know
That's a good
what
answer.
caused the universe.
That's a good
What
answer.
caused the universe, or we have some models that they're not informed by strong evidence. So.
That's
Hi, Tess.
probably the best answer. I think I'd be like, okay, well, that's pretty fair. So I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, well, I haven't really engaged with you much here, Helios, but yeah, what Rowdy just stated would be my view as well. Hi, Tess. How are you doing? Did you want to engage with any of the panel? I've heard of you, but I don't believe you're an op from what I've heard to anything on the prompt.
Mute. I just muted you because you were very, very loud on the background. You can go ahead and
I
unmute.
was?
You, Tess.
Oh, go ahead, Tess. Sorry, yeah, you were just all scratchy, so you got muted. Oh, it's a 57-second mute. So yeah, Mateo was happy with the discussion continuing. I just wanted to make sure that everybody had a chance to. Oh, Tess didn't mean to come up. Well, then keep going, Rowdy and Helios. It's an interesting conversation. I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to continue and to unpack, or Tom.
Nah, I mean, you know, it's kind of deviated quite far from
It's
evolution.
gone quite a bit. Again, for me, the observation hypothesis and experiment. Most of the experiments that I've seen proving evolution, I would say, presuppose the answer that they're looking for in it, like the mosquitoes. It's like,
I'd say against that, sort of interrupt you, but I think the whole thing with evolution, any scientific theory, is that you start by saying they're fake, you know, the null hypothesis. And then from there, you've got to try and show that it's different and show that it's got
That's fair.
right. But I would also say just because something shows changes in allele frequency or small changes, that doesn't presuppose the grand scheme of, oh, well, we all must have come from this. I would still say that just because this changed from this to this, like, oh, this grew feathers or this got a little bigger, jumping to the fact that this must have become an elephant or something ridiculous like that, I don't really see those connections. Like, I want to see the connection of, again, how does a lizard become a giraffe? Like, whatever.
Start off with.
Yeah,
But
right. But I'm just using that as like a.
yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess the big one is that we've had a very, very long time for things to happen. And a lot of things, basically, there's a set of niches. And usually in our timescales, we'll have an era and it will come over, and then things will fill the niches, everything dies out, a few things bottleneck, fill the niche, whatever. So then you have things that are, genetically quite similar. A lot of mammals, very, very similar genetically because they survived the last mass extinction. And because everything else, went away, that means there was all this food ready to go. So they just went over and they just had the happiest time, having all the food they could like. And because of this, it was quite quickly to speciate off. And they were able to adapt and basically fill the hole that the ones left. It's like a guy going to replace someone after they got fired.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good hypothesis. Yeah, I mean, that's a good hypothesis.
So, Helios, do you know the different types of evidence that we have that support evolution? Like, do you know the different categories?
Again, I would probably be physical evidence like fossils, some experiments like mosquitoes, and the other one that he mentioned, and then the other one would be like looking at DNA from chimps and humans, and we share a lot of similar DNA, so that must have mean that we would have had a common ancestor if we share these things. The fact that they also have things in their DNA that show that they were exposed to some type of disease or something, and we also have the protection from that. So that means, and again, X, Y, and Z, we had common ancestors. So maybe I'm missing some.
Yeah, I mean, there's 6 million papers on it, but yeah.
There's probably a lot of them.
No,
But,
there's a couple of other categories, but I think it seems as though you have a grasp of a couple of them for sure.
yeah. I'm
But
not super convinced, to be fair. I'm not super convinced.
yeah, I guess like one of the easiest ones to follow is the North American horse as far as the fossil record goes. So we have dated fossils, and we can observe that the North American horse has gotten bigger over the last million years, say. And we also, I don't know if you know that horses have a chestnut on their front legs, like they grow it's like a hairy little tab on the inside of their legs, and it serves no purpose, but it is it's a vestigial toe from a previous version of itself. So there's all kinds of vestigial, organs or features that biological life has that have no explanation as far as their present function goes.
Would you say that toe, just like dogs probably, right? Dogs have that
Yeah.
little thumb that doesn't.
Yeah, it's called a dew
But
claw.
so would you say though, does that toe or whatever doesn't necessarily have to have been not a horse or a dog at that point, or do we know that it serves no purpose?
I guess I don't understand what you're asking.
Because all mammals came from the same place.
Like, do we know that what?
Mammals came from like the same place, like after the mass extinction. There was a big bottleneck and there weren't many left.
Right. So something had a toe, and then so what you're saying is when that mass extinction happened, the ancestor that we all had a thumb or toe. So when the horse came about, it also had it kept that trait. That's
Yeah, 'cause it's harder
basically
to
the
get
reason.
rid
Right,
of,
but
you know, because it takes a
but
lot of
the
energy and there's no selective pressure to get rid of the thing.
yeah. So the difficulty is that we have to think about small incremental changes over incredibly long periods of time. And when we realize that life has been around on the planet for about 3 billion years, we have no idea what 3 billion years is. Like, I can't conceive of how much time that is. So if we look at the small incremental changes along with some radioactive mutations, we're able to, and the fossil record, we're able to see how, say, the North American horse has shifted, how its legs have got longer, how its toe has risen up the leg because the legs have lengthened as a survival advantage of those which survived. And so we're able to look at these things and see that it's not teleos, it's that which survived to multiply and has survival advantages is just what is the case. That which survived is what survived.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with things surviving and changing throughout time. I mean, I don't disagree with that. So, I would even grant. Again, I am not super concrete on my creation story. I don't know if it's 10,000, 50,000, million. Don't really take a stance that really
Yeah.
matters. Just the grand scheme of the physical properties solely in the universe and reality, for me, is the biggest contention, I think. And I think even like a Christian that believes in evolution, they can kind of at least account for these transcendentals.
Just for
I'd be fine with
so
that.
I'm just gonna go through some things. I just want to see like at what point is like the point of contention? Because like, do you think that like animals mutating? I think they can happen. Yeah. Do you
Animals
think they
mutating,
can
yeah.
result in phenotypic changes, so changes to the thing, big or small? Like, can people get genetic diseases? Can they get extra fingers? Can they get polydactyly? That kind of thing. Cool. Do
Sure,
you think that if you had a trillion predators and a trillion like prey, do you think that some would end up better than the other if they're randomly mutating? Yeah. And if you have them over, you know, 1 billion years, 2 billion years, do you think that there's going to be differences if they're all spread out and separated from each other? If it's all random, do you think one on an island where the predators randomly got faster, do you think the prey is going to be different compared to on a different island where the prey just got tougher?
I mean, if I'll grant you 1 billion years with these two predators, I still don't think that the jump between the small changes over a long period of time, the jump from that to multiple different species that don't have anything to do with each
If they were
other.
on different islands, they'd have different traits, and that's all it is. It's just if they're separated in some way.
Well, I mean, you know, there are mammals that have on different islands and have different traits, but they're still the same
They're only
species.
different species if they can't produce fertile offspring anymore. And that's just one measure we've done for it. Because, yeah, evolution, I agree. Some things trying to put stuff in boxes that shouldn't be put in boxes might give some confusion because nature's not done that way. But things are still going to be different. And they're going to be so radically different that it's going to mess with it. And it means that they can't, you know, produce a fertile offspring. That's kind of just the method that we use. But
again,
a lot of things will
even
change
with-
based on it. And they might be quite similar. But as long as they can't produce fertile offspring, they're considered a different species. And from there, it kind of branches and branches and branches. Where the longer they're kept apart, the more different it will be. Because it's like exponential, you know, where if you have a rocket and you move it a little bit at the start, it's going to keep moving further and further.
Right, but so here's the thing: is I would even concede all those things, as plausible to create different species. I would even concede that and be like, that's fine. That's not my point of contention. Again, my point of contention was the fact that the concept or the whole worldview of evolution explaining life entirely misses an
Yeah, well, you're
entire,
wrong,
for
because
me,
evolution doesn't
an
count.
entire.
All it does is the thing that you've told it does. So you believe in evolution.
No, it doesn't.
That's what I understand.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is it doesn't try to explain it. So I mean, parts of evolution, the way that you explained it, I always was fine with that. Like that's not really a big deal. Just the worldview beginning, we all came from, this tiny little thing from nothing. That I have a contention with, and again, that's why I make it all
So you have a
philosophy based.
contention with
Because that's more my
abiogenesis, not
contention.
evolution, then.
Like the first single cell was formed.
Sure,
I
if
mean,
that's
yeah, I like it by Genesis.
right. Yeah, probably again, the whole creation story of
Yeah,
it. I think.
I'm studying it by Genesis. I'm trying to like a meta-analysis on it. It's really cool.
So I think that's where my biggest contention is. If a horse becomes a bigger horse, or all the different things that you just explained, I'm fine with that. That doesn't really bother me. Like we can measure that, we can see that. Yeah, so that's not really where my
what do you
contention
think we
comes
can't see? What's the issue? What's your contention? What do you think
I'm sorry,
we can't
with
see?
what?
You're saying they're all things we can see. That's fine, but the things we can't see, therefore, I don't believe it.
Well, again, it was the stuff that evolution doesn't try, where it goes into philosophy, doesn't try to explain. Then that's
That's
stuff
not
that it
evolution.
try to explain.
What?
I don't think it can explain it. Right, but it's a worldview that encompasses.
It's only a small part
Um,
of everything. I mean, so specifically with evolution or this, without going to philosophy, because I don't want to go into philosophy because it sucks, is what what would the things be? What would the contentions actually be?
that would mostly be it. No, I have no problem with it. No problem with the rest.
Thank you.
So his contention is not evolution; it's just abiogenesis. That's what I'm hearing from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's why I'm just more annoyed about the rest.
Sounds cool.
But it seems as though Helios is also saying he has a difficulty with the fact that we came from a single-celled organism. Is that true?
Right. I think that's what
Oh,
he
that's not abiogenesis. Is the first, it's like the creation of the first single cell, or like how.
Yeah. So
Okay.
abiogenesis would be the origins once there was cellular life. That's what I'm talking about. So do you have a problem with the fact that we as human beings came from single-celled organisms?
Yes, I haven't formed my argument enough around that. It would be more about the fact that.
No, go ahead, Sergeant.
What?
If you want.
Okay. I think my argument for that would be, and I haven't worked on that enough, but it would be more about there's never really a distinction between one species and another species. We're in a constant flux of transitioning from one to another.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
never
I agree with you,
really
100%.
stability.
I mean, so what I get, because you have to wait. Did you say you had to prepare an argument for it in advance?
Well, I'm saying that concept. I have.
The interesting thing is, Helios, it seems as though you've already made your conclusion, and you just need to fill in the details of why that conclusion is true. And I'm wondering why you wouldn't look at the information, and after you've studied it, then make your conclusion.
About what have I made my conclusion?
About the fact that we likely can't come from single-celled organisms. Like it seemed, you said that you haven't made up your argument, but your contention would be such and such and such. And I'm just wondering, why wouldn't you go into it unbiased and say this could be the case that, or it may not be the case, and the information itself would inform your conclusion, as opposed to going and looking for the information that supports your conclusion.
I guess what I'm saying, I have no like attachment to being right or wrong on this. As far as my it doesn't really bother me. Hearing it and hearing debates on it, there's a huge, again, it must come with some presuppositions in that area that I don't fully understand yet. But emotionally attached to, if we came from a single cell thing, I don't really care. It's not like I haven't made up my mind on it.
I was
just don't.
I guess
don't
I was
argue.
just confused by when you said you haven't formulated your argument against it yet.
Yeah, because it seems like he, formulates arguments for them. But it kind of seems like Helios, no offense, but it seems like a lot of these are on rails. It seems like you've kind of rehearsed them before and you've got your arguments ready to go.
Well, I've talked to multiple, like, I have a more of an issue with materialists than I do evolutionary people.
Is it? It's just apologetics. If you just have a pre-rehearsed argument, you're just going through it.
It's the same. It's just the same argument every single time. Like, there's no, for me. But it's the same. It's the same thing. It's always just materialism versus non-materialism. That's all it is, and that's where the issue for me is the materialism part. Like, so
let's not go on to that.
Materialism part doesn't. Right. I know that's what I'm saying. So that material, but there are different.
Before we move
levels
off
to
topic
the
again,
argument.
back to the single cell thing, because I think it's cool, and it's anthropology. What do you think is your contention? Also, what questions do you have about it? Because instead of making it a whole argument back and forth, it'd just be cool to hear your opinions on it. In the background, hold up. Yeah.
Yes, got like a dirt bike. Contention with the single cell thing. Again, it's
just a general question, just yes. Yeah.
I think it just has a lot of presuppositions, and the fact that it's chaotic but still tries to live, the fact that it wants to become more complex and eat, and it has to literally split off to being its own food that it needs to eat. It doesn't quite make sense to me. Imagine not having
the first life itself and the thing that split off didn't eat stuff.
That
evolved with predation, which is quite cool. But originally, they were autotrophs. They started off by munching on probably sulfur, just eating it all, and then after they evolved, chemiobacteria. I forgot the name of it. Cyanobacteria, there we go, and they are able to use the sun, and that's how we're able to get the first forms of photosynthesis for the retinol, so the thing that makes us see. They use that to capture the light instead of chlorophyll, and basically from here now you have multiple things, and then very quickly it was found out that instead of having to get the single elements and turning these into energy, you could instead get the whole package deal just by munching another one, because instead of having to synthesize all the stuff yourself, the cell next door has got everything you need. So, by accident, well, probably it had to be by accident, had no intention at this point, it's just the one next to it absorbed it and just became the better cell, the bigger cell, and absorbed another one, and absorbed another one. And eventually it split off. And now you've got a whole bunch of cells that also want to start munching on other cells.
Process and
again, that's
and that munching process was a split off event as well, because it created the first eukaryote, which we are.
Yes, that was a lot later on, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, again, a lot of that is, for me, descriptive.
It seems like that's you're like, how does it happen? Oh, I don't want description. Okay.
That's what I'm more interested about, right? So it's for me, it's the description of, or why, or what is the purpose of that. It's for me, that's what's way more interesting than just
to get more energy and able to get more stuff from the cell next to it than having to synthesize it all itself.
Right, but you're not explaining why more energy. But the whole issue to me is why more energy good.
Like
More
why?
stuff mean more stuff.
Why
means
is more?
better. Is that the more molecules that are
Why
able
more
to
stuff
reach,
good?
and they don't want to do it. They just would rather be in that state.
Well, so that's another thing is like,
That's
well, they
just
don't
what
want
it
to do
is.
this, but
They're
that's what they want to
naturally
do.
drawn because in
It's
the
like-
environment they
but it
want to get to the point of they want to be the most stable they can, or it's just they're naturally inclined to do it, and they themselves. Sorry, I have a habit of doing this, and it sucks. Is you can't give them like human traits because they're not. They're just molecules. They just want to come together and form chemical bonds. You know, they just want to do all this stuff.
It's not even a want, it's just a thing that they do.
It's just a thing that they do. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, and that's fine with them being described as a thing that they do. But again, my whole contention is explaining why does something want.
Yeah, hydrogen bond has a purpose. And it's like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say
I'm
van der
saying-
Waals are deliberate. You know, that's
Right, I'm saying. Right, but I'm
don't
saying
want
want
anything.
in like a colloquial, like why does it?
Helios,
Right,
can I,
so
can
I'm
I
not
describe
saying
it
want
to you
as
this
it
way?
has agency, I'm saying
Science
want-
is just the explanation of fact, objective fact, right? If you want a why in the spiritual sense, or in like the, I guess the spiritual sense, because I don't know how else to describe it, then that's just philosophy. But philosophy and science
Sure.
aren't necessarily functioning the same. They're two different areas. We thought, because we just thought
They were
anything
for
like
a long
religion,
time, though.
right, and science and philosophy were basically the same thing, right? But then we realized that there are massive differences, or those two things function completely differently. In the same sense, we used to think that science was also magic. That doesn't necessarily mean that science is still magic. It's just two different things.
It's like Helios. It's like saying that if you have a ball and you let it go from a high place and it falls, it's like asking, why does it want to fall?
And that's
Well, I mean, I think
philosophy.
that's what we would ask,
yeah.
right? So, like,
That's
what
just
is better
philosophy,
for
dude.
falling?
It's a different
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
No,
I would,
it's literally
actually,
a different
would probably
thing.
say
Because
not
physics can tell you
necessarily, 'cause that seems kind
why
of fun to answer.
why the ball falls, how it falls. Science can tell you the theory of gravity, right? It can tell you all that. But as for the why does it do that? Why specifically does it quote unquote want to fall? That's just philosophy. Because we have all the answers of the mechanics of it, but there is no
again, a ball falling-
what do you call it? Anthropomorphic reason to put onto why that thing happened.
And that's fine. I totally understand that anthropomorphizing an inanimate object, but you can't get away from doing that to an object or a thing or a cell, but and then at one arbitrary point have to give something agency like a human, and you kind of have to treat it the same way as a process that is also mechanistic, like something that you would. Why did this
that's-
person want to
That's
unalive these
psychology.
people?
That's
well,
that's
and then you
that's a
would also
functioning person.
No, but it's not, but it wouldn't be though, because at its core, the worldview
No, there
would be
is
the
vast
same.
differences
There is
between that.
no
And also, we already have a
moral
study in that
good.
field called psychology or psychiatry. Great.
I mean, psychology,
That is
I'll-
untrue.
for me,
That's
the
so
best
true.
is-
That is untrue.
Because you're like, okay, how did it happen? But it's the sum of its parts, you know. You have
Yeah.
Hold on, you can
You ask the why, and the why is literally psychology. It's like you can go there and you can ask, why does this happen? Why do people have the habit of this? And then we can go through studies or chemicals or like predisposition of trauma or something like that. You've asked the why, and people were asking the why for a long time, and we got psychology out of it.
Right. So again, the explanation has to be a physical explanation, even in a psychology sense. So it would be your atoms, your
your chemicals are off. Like you need to
You're
take
gonna
this
say that,
medication.
but the only reason
It's
that
always
works is
going to
because
be
the medication is
physical.
physical and it physically works on you.
Yeah,
If it
I'm
weren't
sorry, but
physical, the medication wouldn't work.
but praying over me is not going to get rid of my ADHD. But you know what really does help? Adderall really did function me now. Now I can function.
It's
Praying
safe.
over my ADHD did nothing.
I think that's something that people are like
why
that
don't-
kind of convinced me as well about it. Is that Adderall is great because it really shows that my mind is a physical thing because it can be changed very quickly. You know, I've considered that.
Are you guys all on that?
Yeah, I
You guys
have to
like
be because if I'm not, then I just like brain fog. For 25 years, that was been my existence.
I'm not
like,
on
and,
anything.
yeah. Are you thinking about it
I've thought
because
about it. I
your
take,
psychiatrist told you? In which
Yeah.
case,
No, I just
that's
study.
not
Just
helpful.
take
Don't
the-
do that
I'll
because
just
then
take a
you'll
bunch of
become,
caffeine.
you know,
Just
you'll
buy
have a
meth off a
problem.
guy, just see what happens. You know, that's what you should do.
No,
Nicotine.
don't do that because then you'll have a problem. Your brain doesn't function the way that my brain does, so why would you bother to do that? You're just gonna hurt yourself. Yes, dude,
Well,
it
hold on,
fucks you up.
does
If you're
Adderall hurt
not
you?
Oh yeah, if you
you're
don't have
not
it, it fucks you up
neurodivergent,
royally. Yeah, it's
yeah,
insane.
I don't know.
Night and
if you're
day.
not
Hey, I don't believe in
if you're
evolution. I
not
probably need more Adderall
if you're
than
not
you guys. Maybe if
neurodivergent,
I
it's not
focus,
gonna
I-
function positively for you. It's gonna fuck you up.
The difference is, for me, I can sleep on the bus with it. For you, you'd be up for 4 days digging a hole in the back garden. It's like
Doing nothing good.
Very
It's
different
just
stuff.
gonna fuck you up. For me, I can do my laundry, and that's good. And that's it. That's all I can do. My laundry.
Dude, you can take Adderall and sleep on it. That seems like your
Not-
dreams are
I
going
can
to be terrible.
For you,
dude.
maybe. And just
Hey, I do. Speaking of studying, I do need to study. I have a licensing exam coming up. I just wanted to
Alright, have a
blow
good
some
one.
time with you
Cheers,
guys.
man.
It was nice talking to you guys. I'll follow you.
also for TikTok,
Yeah,
you
we'll go
want
on.
to drop me
Yeah,
because I talked
appreciate it,
about
guys.
substance.
I don't care.
Nah,
I've
you
talked
good.
about meth like 4 times. I don't.
Because like
I will let Tom back up and Nikki.
and I'm back.
I'm back. So I don't know how TikTok works.
Good old coffee is what solved my Adderall. I mean, damn it, drop me again.
God damn you, Nikki.
I'm sorry, I got confused.
I can't even. Stupid. That's stupid. No, I've never taken that though. I remember I was taking this medication because I do have ADHD. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but it was expired, and that shit had like so like it like
Expired.
I think so. The way that it was affecting
It had what?
it was expired.
Why would you do that?
I don't think we knew it was expired,
Oh no.
and like I was in high school, but like
Oh, dude.
no, but like it basically I don't know like
Dan,
it-
you're just freeballing life is crazy.
no now I am. I don't take medication anymore, but like
Why?
you said
It
what?
might, it might help, dude. It might help.
No, I
There's no
mean,
reason. If you don't want to, you
no,
don't
no,
want to.
there's no, like, I don't have an opposition to it or anything. It's just like I don't have any like healthcare or anything, and like it's hard as fuck to find like a therapist.
That's true.
That's
And for something like that, you would need a psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's why I also said a psychiatrist.
Yeah, my friend did that. They did it privately, and then last minute they went to the place to get the medication, and they went, "Oh, sorry, not signed by a legit psychiatrist. They have to get retested."
Yeah.
And they weren't able to have meds for like 6 months.
Oof.
I don't know why that RFK
Oof.
guy says that we're just doing this for fun because I have to go through some bullshit just to, again, do my work and wash my clothes.
No.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, Snap, you do self-medicate though, cause you're on that Nick. I hear that lighter every time you.
You know,
I'd be
people with
up here.
ADHD are more likely to have an alcohol or nicotine subscription.
It's like 6 to 30. It's like 40%, isn't it? It's insane.
Subscription, I suppose.
That's the new term for addiction is subscription.
Yeah, you're more likely to subscribe to that.
real hard.
Yeah, I'll subscribe to Simmons, you know.
A really, really, really hard to cancel subscription.
You know why though? We tend to like the nicotine
Why?
because it actually does tend to help the nicotine part. It tends to kind of help with the functionality. The problem is though is that nicotine is also unpredictable and is also affecting other parts of your brain. So people have been trying to look into, is there any way we could get the nicotine part that helps for people with ADHD and take away the subscription part?
What I don't get is why would you do that when we've already got a whole lot of medications to already do the right thing?
It's
you know?
cheaper and also it's easier, I suppose. I mean, ask Snap. Why you do it, Snap?
Some medications have very bad
nicotine,
side
nicotine
effects.
gives you the shits. It's like, why?
Do Nick? I just fucking roll bloyoids. Like I roll. You feel me? I roll the Mary with the J.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I've heard that's actually very counterproductive for people with ADHD.
to be fair, you can get a prescription for it.
No
in my
fucking
country
shit. I've been
quite
trying
quickly.
I've been smoking or shit. I mean, I've been partaking since I was 18. I'm 25. I'm 25.
Yeah, I've been warned by both my psychiatrist and my psychologist to not touch it. They're just like, nope, you're on too many meds. Don't do it.
I failed that one, the Dare Tiger. My entire generation did.
The Dare Tiger.
It was bad. I did on consider, and that was like a 2 out of 10 experience. Not good. I ended up in, you know that scene in Breaking Bad where Hank gets out the car and he's like sweating, like grabbing onto the fence. Is it just me?
Dude, I don't even like this. I honestly don't remember. I've watched Breaking Bad, but you got to be a little bit more specific.
Hank who finds out that Walter's the guy.
Okay. What about it?
Me, I was like hunched over the fence, fucking sweating, you know.
Immediately, what I was thinking of was him standing in the desert,
Yeah.
in his underwear. I'm like, okay, cool. I guess.
Oh, no. I was thinking about when Hank got unalived.
No, when he's like just found out and he like gets out of his car and has a panic attack.
Oh wait, is that his sister-in-law's husband?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked him. At first, I thought he was annoying, but then I was like, oh.
Get the dick away, Walter.
Minimums.
Nah, Walter's wife is fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie. She's fucking dumb. Fucking stupid. Fucking dumb B word.
It's not that bad, to be fair. I mean, when I watched it, I hated her. Like in the first thing, I'm like, you know, she does suck, but she's okay. She's not the worst.
Granted, I feel like, considering her circumstances, I'm like, yeah.
No.
I can see why she would lose her cool.
Alright, guys, so I'm gonna go. If there's any ops, just call me.
Alright, have a good one.
But no, that's bullshit. No, she L wife, and here's why. Because look, if I found out that my partner had Schmatcher, and like I probably would think that they were cheating as well. But like then I find out, oh, you've been making pape, you've been pushing me, like, and not like like genuinely. If I found out my wife was a queen pin or some shit like that. I would, and like genuinely like not selling buns, like bro, I'd be fucking through the roof in a good way. I'd be like, whoa, what? Like I would not be mad.
And also, he kind of screwed his own life up, didn't he?
You said what?
He screwed his own life up, like before.
Oh yeah, no, he had like so many opportunities to like get out of the situation. Like it's nothing to do with having the disease because they already had the people that were going to pay for it. He just said no, I don't want it privately.
Yeah, I will say, getting rid of all the other contexts. I remember I had a partner at the time, and we were watching Breaking Bad, and I was just like, listen, if you ever have a secret stash of money somewhere because you were doing something illegal, I won't be mad. I won't be mad. Just tell me, give me a heads up so I know what to say when the cops show up, okay?
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing with Skylar is that she probably would have been fine. Like if from the get-go he was honest and went, yeah, I'm doing this, he would have been fine. But I think it's because she found out. like on our own. I think that's
Bobby
where.
was already too deep into.
Oh yeah, Tom. Do you know anything about like I don't even know how to ask this question. Like I guess like the names of like certain epochs, like
There's,
like the like. Do you know what name
no, is Cambrian? Is that one, or is it all the other ones?
Cambrian. Hold on, I keep burping.
Is it Precambrian, Cambrian?
Yeah.
Don't give the E. I've forgotten the name of.
Well, yeah. I just wanted. Well, I know Cambrian.
There's
Carboniferous.
one after, I think.
Carboniferous. Carboniferous is literally named after the fact that there's so much carbon. But like, I was gonna ask because like I'm doing a spec evo. Like, how did they come up for different like the names for the epochs other than carbon?
I actually don't. That's a good question. I have no idea.
The only eras I know is the Mesozoic, the Jurassic, Triassic, Jurassic, and
Paleozoic. It's one of them.
the Mesozoic, the one with the dinosaurs. Fuck.
The
Yeah, I think I fucked up. Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous.
Yeah,
Cretaceous, that's the one.
That's the entirety of the Mesozoic.
Is it Cretaceozoic? I swear that's one. Unless I'm stupid.
What'd you say?
Cretaceozoic?
Cretaceozoic?
I don't know. Might not be. But there's a whole bunch. But yeah, I wonder how they got the names. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I know how. Sorry, I'm stupid. It's where they found them. I think one of them's a place in Wales where they found the first fossil of Vaera, so they just gave it the name.
Huh. Well, shit. I'm trying to fucking figure out because, like I said, I'm doing a spec evo on a different planet. It's all Earth. It's all Earth life forms and stuff. But I'm trying to figure out like how I would name the epochs and like different, I don't know, geological periods, I guess.
Have you ever seen the History of Life by Lindsay Nicole? I think her name was.
No, but I think I know who you're talking about.
If you ever doing something and that needs like some noise in the background, just put her up because she literally goes through all the eras of life and the history of everything in a very condensed way.
Okay. I think I've heard her content before.
Yeah, she was the girl that said no bone zone.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about then. She's funny as hell.
LA, so I'm like, I want to run into her. Oh my god.
What were you gonna say, Tom?
How, I don't know what the TikTok word for is. How Friday, there we go.
What?
How Friday, you good?
Huh?
I asked how Friday was.
Oh, how off the wall are you, dude?
Oh. Not. You should have said elevated. Not really. Not really. Why?
No reason.
He's just checking, I guess.
Oh, if it's because you hear like bubbling in the background, it's literally my fish tank. I'm not hitting.
Okay, I thought you had like a constant one just going. Like,
Well, you're literally the first person. You're literally the first person that didn't think I was taking a fucking piss. Thank Christ. Like, what the fuck? Chris, I know you're in here. Finally somebody thought that I wasn't taking a fucking constant piss stream.
No, instead he just thought there was like a fucking thing going off, like a fucking air purifier.
That's funny.
Alright, anyway, I've got to head off now 'cause it's kind of late. It's 2 a.m. So.
Oh yeah, go to bed.
Alright, cool. Have a good one.
Alright, see you.
See you, Tom.
Snap, you're gonna stay up here?
Oh shit. Fuck it. For a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop though. So check out that Lindsay girl. She goes over everything. It's really cool.
Alright.
Or Minuteman. He also goes over some fossil stuff. Alright. I'm hopping. Goodbye.
Alright. See you, Nikki.